Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our Sunday reset. This is the Losers Club. Hope everybody is doing well. We are here. We are alive and kicking.
Yeah.
I am once again with my eye patch, looking a bit like an 80s pop star.
Yeah, like...
You spin me right round, baby,
true.
right round like a record, baby,
Yeah.
right round, round, round.
Yeah.
You spin me.
I don't know why he had a patch on.
Because Pete Burns was just
Was
that way out, wasn't he? He was a pop star.
He was a bit of a pirate.
He was a pirate diva pop star for that one video. So hi everyone. I hope you're all doing fantastically well. It is Sunday. It is afternoon. It is a reset. What do we mean by the Sunday reset, Rufus? What is the point of this?
If you're very naughty, you need to bend over because we're going to boot you out the bum.
Excuse me?
Oh.
You can't say things like that on the YouTube. You'll get us cancelled. It's 2026.
If you're very naughty...
Or very lucky.
We're watching you. Keeping an eye on you all.
No, so what is the purpose of the Sunday reset? What are we resetting?
We are resetting. If you've had a crap day or crap couple of days and thought something was SWIP free and you ate it and then realised after that actually you'd made a bit of a
boo-boo.
Then today is a day where you confess all of your sins, even just to yourself, and just start afresh from right now.
Yeah, Sunday afternoon is always a good day because for those of you that do drink alcohol, you might have been out last night and had a couple and then woke up to a cold kebab stuck to your face like this, as I've done on many a time.
And make sure you drink lots of water after, otherwise you'll get a headache in the morning and feel absolute crap.
Yeah, or you might have had a takeaway, you might have done, there's lots of reasons why Sunday afternoons can be a little bit a good time to draw that line. But also, it's about resetting our expectations and basically gathering our thoughts, getting ready for the week to come. Do you want, we'll talk about that in a minute. We'll talk about that in a minute. So, last week we did a bit of mindfulness. Today, I'm not going to do mindfulness. I'm going to ask you a very deep, probing question a little bit later. So, get your thinking caps on for a bit later. It's going to involve emotional resetting. But it might be a bit emotion, right? So anyway, Captain Wonky, love your name. I say it every time. Hi, folks. I've got stick and chew. You know what a stick and chew is? Yeah. I've got chicken stew in the slow cooker and was going to go for a nap before I worry about mash. Might stay awake now. Oh, thank you.
We're coming round now.
Yeah, I know, right? Whereabouts are you? How far is it from Leeds?
Yeah.
And do you deliver? Because we haven't even thought about dinner tonight, have we? We're probably going to end up having beetroot
And we
burgers.
don't get take-in no more.
Don't get what?
Take-in.
What's a take-in?
I know, I tell you, we don't get take-in anymore.
No, we get fake-ins.
Yes, we do.
What's
now.
a take-in?
Isn't that what people say when they get a delivery of food?
I don't know. I thought it was just a take-away.
Is it? No,
I don't
you
know.
can't take it away because you'd never get it then, would you?
Oh, what? So you mean like during the pandemic years?
Yeah,
it
if you
was
go and pick it up, you can take it away.
a take-in?
Yeah, because they
When
can't be bothered.
They dropped it at your doorstep.
It's
and
when
you
they
took it
can't
in.
be asked to deliver it, you go and get a take-away because you have to go and take it away. And then you get a take-in.
Okay. I'll
Don't
go with it.
invite them in though, of course. You know, just grab the food and go.
No,
Yeah.
because again, that might be in this day and age. Hello, Mr. Delivery Driver. Would you like to come in?
Would you
might
like
be
a
a bit
sweetie,
scary.
little
no,
lady?
no. We are not going to have a creeper van.
Oh.
I know, right? That's what they're officially called, isn't it? Those transit vans with the side door where it's like,
Yeah.
hello, would you like to look at my puppies?
Have you got any?
No.
No. I nearly believed you then.
I know,
Yeah,
right? Captain One Key. That does sound really, really, really yummy.
Yeah.
You'll have to let us know how it goes. Karen CCS 67. Afternoon, everyone. How is your eye? Still just as bad. No change. And I am scheduled for, is it the 23rd? It is, isn't
I
it?
think so.
For an
Is it-
appointment on the 23rd
But
and
we don't
then
know-
on the 3rd.
We don't know quite what the appointments exactly are.
No,
but
I just
what
get a
we know
letter.
is that I suppose that like last time they'll be checking all your eyes, see how you progressed or what's gone on. If your eyes sort of recovered.
What
a bit
she
more,
said was, she'll see me in 4 weeks and then if needed, book a surgery.
Then yeah.
So, interestingly,
Yeah.
I've had 2 appointments turn up. One on the 23rd, which is 4 weeks, and one the week after, which is probably for the surgery. So that's
Yeah,
probably
possibly.
what they've booked in.
They'll come in and you'll go in and they'll do all the checks and that to make sure, and then they'll go, right, I've booked you in now.
Yeah, and I'm having to wear the eye patch because if I don't, the swirly mess that I can see from it, I keep seeing things that aren't there, and my brain's interpreting it as weird things. So
Yeah.
I see, like, if I've got both eyes open and I'm looking through the dodgy
Yeah.
one, then there's a thing will go across, and it's actually just part of the bleed in the eye. But in my brain, it'll go, there's a rat, there's a person, there's a ghost, there's a demonic entity. I don't think a demonic
There's a
entity.
Lego
but
that we got yesterday. Oh no, there wasn't. Oh no.
we got a lot of Lego yesterday.
That's what I mean.
We also
There was no Lego that we got yesterday. No.
did I imagine all of that?
Oh, we didn't bring it in here.
No, it's all in the other room.
Shall I go and get it?
You can do. It's in the red orange shopping bag to the left of my table. There's other bits on it, but you can just pick it up and bring it.
What, even though one is a plant, we ain't got water.
I know, right? So, what was I going to say? I was saying something then, and I've got completely distracted. But yes, so anyway, it's fine. I know, right? It's fine. My eye is not great. It's a little bit. It's just difficult. I have so much more appreciation for those of you out there with eyesight issues, whether that's a visual impairment or you're totally blind or anywhere on that spectrum. And also, as I said, I think last week, my uncle only had one eye, he had a glass eye. And I am struggling like mad to do anything at the moment. If I put something down, yesterday when I was trying to cook dinner, there was a couple of times where I put the ladle spoony thing down, and instead of it going where I thought it was going, it just missed the side completely, because unfortunately I've got no depth vision, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's been an experience, put it that way. Right, I'm just going to zoom us in ever so slightly and move us across on the camera. So there you go. Because nothing is quite where. In the shopping bag on the left hand side of the desk where I sit. Just grab the whole shopping bag. So yeah, nothing at all is kind of where my brain tells me it is at the moment. So that is really annoying. And then trying to do the editing, I keep trying to click on things and nothing's right. But it's fine. Hopefully, look, at what she said was, it's not going to be permanent. Either way, either my eye will fix itself because our bodies are amazingly weird and wonderful creatures, or they'll go in and do it surgically. Either way, it is what it is. I'm not too stressed. I'm just sort of getting on with it. Right, let me just have a quick sip of my drink. Hang on a second. This is your hydration reminder, though.
Drink, drink, drink!
Yes, we talk about it every day. You do need to drink more than anybody thinks that they do need to, if that makes sense. What did you get? Oh, you got all of them. Oh, okay. So, we are... What day is it today? Sunday. So, Friday, we started filming a what we eat in a day video, stroke. It's all right, hang on. Just leave that in there, leave that in there. And then you can pick up... There you go. Yep, if you pull these bits out, look. And that one. And that one. And then that one. There you go. Alright, you're going to come and sit down then with the Lego haul. So yeah, we started filming yesterday, didn't we? Not yesterday, Friday. A what we eat in a day video, except it was going to be a what we eat in 2 days, like a 2-day vlog.
Yeah.
You know, like back to basics still. I was trying to do a 2-day vlog, thinking, oh, that'd be interesting because, you know, we were going out yesterday. We had things to get, didn't we? And I don't know how they do it. We filmed a bit yesterday, didn't we? We were like, day 2 of our vlog. And that was it. That's all we filmed. Because we went out and then I forgot. And we did a little bit in Costa. And then I forgot. So the rest of it, we haven't got. So I'm going to have to edit it together as a one-day video.
Some hummus later.
Yeah, we are. We're going to film the hummus and film the Weetabix cake because...
We could just, like I say, just put it on a quick live or something like that.
No, I don't want it to go on a live. I want it to go on a... maybe. Anyway, so we had to go and buy a new microwave because our microwave...
Well, you've got pictures now as well. I sent you pictures if you wanted to see them. I took a photo of the new one and the old one that for some reason it doesn't allow the moisture from the food to release from the microwave, so you end up with a giant big puddle under the plate in the bottom. So that's the old one.
Hang on. Let me
Which
get
is
it
a
up
pile
then.
of poop. Don't get one of those ones. Absolutely.
What was it? A Toshiba.
They are. It was £51 on Amazon and the worst microwave ever.
Hang on. Here we go. Here we go. So this is the Toshiba piece of shite microwave. I think that is its official name.
Yeah.
The Toshiba piece of shite.
The new one, believe it or not, is only just over, just double that price, just over. This one I think was like £51. The other one is 115, and it's a Samsung smart microwave. So you can talk
we've got
to
that
it.
Next.
You can talk to the microwave.
There you are. That's the new one. Look, it's lovely and big and shiny and silver and everything.
We think that when you go out, if you have put something in there to cook or something, you can put it on and then turn it on from your mobile phone.
Yeah, it talks. It's a smart one.
Yeah.
So you go, hello microwave, how are you today? And it goes, beep bop bop, beep bop.
Is it?
Yes, like a droid from Star Wars.
Got to figure it, but it's a 28 litre. This one.
Yeah.
So I thought, do you know what?
And it does everything.
3-year warranty on it. I said, like I say, it can't be. I'd rather pay twice, what the other one was and have it last a lot longer.
Yeah, and then this here, I don't know if you've got the sound. This is Mr. Felix on his cat game the other night in bed. So he is playing. So yeah, the new microwave is a Samsung Smart Oven. It's called.
Yeah. But we think we have to get Mr. his own tablet because he demands when you go in the bedroom early evening. He demands that you either give him your phone or put the tablet on. Otherwise, he will just not leave you alone until you do it.
No, exactly.
Either that, or you have to give him treats and pay him.
He's very funny.
He is.
But yeah. So hopefully I've muted that so you can't hear that, so it's not going to interfere too much. But yeah, so we had to go for a microwave, didn't we?
We did.
And Rufus was like, oh, I've got to bring a bag. And I was thinking, a bag for a microwave? What? But there was a reason for that, because you did order some other things that I didn't know about until we got in there, which was...
I wanted to get a plant, but not one that was going to be too difficult for us to make, or me to even try and attempt to make it.
So this is the Lego Botanicals Lucky Bamboo.
Yeah.
Look at that, isn't that cool?
It's really cool.
And it's like, look, there's a real bamboo there growing, and this is the one in a pot.
Yeah.
This is the one that's real, this one here, the big one, and then the Lego one is, no. It's just 3 stems of bamboo, but it looks really good.
Yeah.
It does look really good.
Looks smart.
Yeah. And so Rufus ordered that. So it'll be in some of our videos coming up when we do... I keep looking in the wrong place. Sorry, everybody. When we do the some of our cooking videos and things like that, or our live in the kitchen, you might find there's a little bit of bamboo in the background. So yes, that's really cool.
And this one that I did like the look of, and it is a... Is it 3-in-1? Is
Lego Creator 3-in-1. It's called the Playful Puppy. 336 pieces.
A duck, a squirrel, or a dog.
And you can make it into 3 different things. Yeah, a little puppy, which does hold the bone, as you can see, or a brown ducky duck.
It's got a bowl as well for the,
and a food bowl, or a squirrel. I don't know where his nuts are. Oh, there's his nuts.
Yeah.
Right there, look. Squirrel with his nuts. I know, right? Saying nothing. I realised what I said as soon as I said it. Never mind.
Yeah.
And there is also a playful cat one in the same scale as this.
We've got one.
So,
pussycat one as well, haven't we?
No, there's a playful cat one like this. Yeah. That looks very similar to this.
we had a pussycat that could reach his own
nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we may end up... all of these will be filmed and put over on the other channel, the Beyond Authentic Bricks channel, because we've got 3 now. So if that's a good one to build, then I might have to get the Playful Kitten as well, because it does look really cute. Yeah. They really do. I've got nowhere to put any of this, nowhere to display it. And then the day before, I had to go and pick up some second-hand Lego for £10, and I got... the burger van. This is going into Brickhampton, my little Lego town. This is so cool. It's currently brand new from the Lego website. $17.99. I got it for a tenner. Absolute bargain. Thank you very much. Still sealed. Everything. Not even looked at. Perfect box.
At one time, you would have seen us down the boot sale on a Sunday, waiting outside Burger Van.
You would. And the thing about this one, why it's really useful, is it actually separates. So I've got, in my little Brickhampton area, I've got a food fair where a lot of the characters from Slimland, not our official YouTube Slimlanders, but the other ones who go to meetings for their, like a weight loss group in Brickland, they go off and you'll see them at the food fair, and there's going to be various skits and things that we're still putting together. The reason we haven't done any of it yet is I need to sort this back room to put a big table up to actually put the town behind us. That's what's happening eventually, when one of us isn't ill or we can see or something. So anyway, that's going to go into the Brickhampton. That will go into the food area, and then we've got the little truck to go on the road.
There is another one like this that has a giant thing of chips on the back.
Of fries. Yeah,
that's the back.
This came out in 2025. The fries one came out in 2026. It was a January release. And there's also a donut van. I've got an ice cream van and a pizza van.
That would be one I would get.
Yeah, I keep looking
for
the
donut one.
You would, I know. And then, because we went to Crown Point, which is a shopping centre in Leeds, and we went to Home Bargains, and you went to the food warehouse.
And I did get a couple of bargains, and you went...
I went, oh, there's Smith's toy shop next door. I'll go in because Lego are doing a series of minifigures they're called the animal ones. They're customizable minifigures, collectible minifigures. They're really cool. I've got all of them bar one, and I was just missing a frog. So I had to go in and try and find them. So I walked in. There was an end cap aisle. That was all the Lego. And then I was like, oh, is that all there is? Oh, I thought there'd be loads. And then I saw a sign which said Lego upstairs. So I went in the escalator, got up the stairs. Wall to wall Lego, 4 aisles of it, everything imaginable.
What about that giant? The one you took
And there
a
was
picture of? You've got one
oh,
with
I
a
can
picture.
send. I
You
can.
have.
Hang on.
Yeah.
I'll send it to me. Send. Hang on. There was everything in there that you could possibly imagine. Retired sets and all sorts. So if anyone's
Even
into
though you're
Lego,
not from Leeds, but you gonna send it to your sen then.
I'm going to send it to me. Send. Yeah. If anyone is into Lego proper, have a proper look at the Smiths. If you're in Leeds and you want some of the retired sets, they've still got them at retail price, so they haven't even whacked them up yet, which I thought was massive bargain. But I saw this that Rufus is going to show you. So if you show them, Rufus, what you've got in your hand.
It is a bus.
It is the City Sightseer bus, and it's a double-decker open top.
On the back, you can. I guess it shows you can take the top off. Oh yeah, look, you can take the top off. It looks weird without the top of the bus though.
It does a little bit, but
and you can. I said you can. Then I suppose go around with the top open and just.
No, the reason you take the top bit off is so you can get the access to the figures inside. Because if you look, there is a person with a baby and a stroller in a pushchair.
So you've got no chance of getting away. Once you're in that bus, that's it. You're buggered.
Yeah, and there you are. Look, there is me with Iron Man.
I know. Was there any other figures in there? Though?
No, just that one. Giant, full size, 6'8", whatever it is. Giant Iron Man.
Is it the big?
So
is
cool.
it the big Lego store? Is it in Manchester? They've got like big Lego figures in there.
Yeah.
So you can take pictures with figures in the big store.
Yeah. Can I just say though, this box, right? I keep looking at this. Though we've seen it on the
much
website.
do you say normally?
£25. We saw it on the Lego website, didn't we? A few times, and I keep saying to you, I really want a bus, but I don't need a London bus in Brickhampton. It's a small town.
It's a
and then I was
bus.
like, maybe it could be they could do sightseeing around a small town. You know, like in York and places like that.
Yeah.
So I know York's not a small town; it's quite a big place. But I was like, maybe they could do an open air little tour of Brickhampton. That might be interesting. So anyway, went in there. This was reduced to £19.99. It was the only one on the shelf.
Yeah.
And as you can see, the box is a bit. Someone stood on it or something. So I was like, 20 quid's a good price.
I say a lot of people keep the boxes, don't they?
Yeah,
So-
I don't. There's no point. I don't intend reselling them. And if you do resell them, it don't really matter. The box is damaged. But anyway, I was like, do you know what? For 20 quid, I'll get it. And then I saw the damage and I said, if they take 10% off, I'll buy it. I don't need it, but I've been umming and ahhing about it. And Lego's one of those things. This is probably going to retire later, either this year or early next year, because it's been out for a year already. So if I don't get it, it will be gone, and then I'll kick myself like I do other things. And I got it for £15. They went, oh yeah, it's the last one there. Oh, we'll do it for 15. So I saved a tenner on a brand new double-decker bus, which I thought was very cool. And then we were in Home Bargains. I forgot what the shop was called. And they haven't got Lego. They don't sell Lego in there. They sell non-branded boxes with
blocks.
no non-Lego boxes with a random base plate top that you can put your figures in and store things underneath, which is really useful. And they also, we found this.
Blocks.
I was going to hold it up.
Blocks.
This is Block with a Z, Blocks.
Block.
And this is a little
checkout.
supermarket checkout. Well, I built a supermarket. I've made it my own.
Your blocks box.
So what, the box?
Oh, the blocks box. Your
No. So I've made a little supermarket already, but I do want to put another checkout line in it. And not only that, when I opened this up, the coolest thing of all
stickers
is there's loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of stickers that make it look like food items. So for Brickhampton's grocery store, it's called Brick Store, for the Brick Store and Green Store, there's loads. That's going to be so cool, adding that on and adding it into the storyline.
Building blocks. So
yes, which means it's compatible with Lego.
Most, yeah.
So there you go. We've just talked for 20 minutes about Legos. I know, right? It's not this channel, is it? But it was so fun. And can I just ask you a question, Rufus, that I should probably ask off camera, but
What's that?
Are you starting to get interested in the Legos?
I like Legos. I just can't make it. I like how it looks.
Yeah,
And I think I like things like that because I don't have to water it.
that's very true.
And
but you can.
It'll always look pretty good. So.
We can break it down into each bag, and you can just do a
this
bag
one
at a
might
time.
not be as bad though because it doesn't look like it'll be super complicated. This one, but
No, it shouldn't be too complicated. It's not in the expert line. It's only in their standard botanicals line. But no, there you go.
it's only
really
got
cool.
325 pieces.
How much was that one?
£18 was it?
£18.
It looks nice though.
I think they're 25 when they come out.
I like how it looks.
Yeah, I do. But that's a good price per piece.
Yeah.
The price per piece on a lot of Lego, if you can get it for under 10p a price per piece, a piece per 10, you know what I'm trying to say, then that's a good deal. Anyway, right, we're not here to talk about Legos. Oh my gosh, look at this. Right, who's here? Ed's here. Good evening to Ed. Good afternoon to Ed. Angela Brown, hope you're all okay. We are. We're doing okay. How is everyone doing this afternoon?
Is it stew weather?
It must be because Audrey Shaw has a beef stew in the slow cooker. Yes, that sounds good. Luke John, afternoon everyone. We haven't caught your Q&A video yet. We were going to watch it yesterday and then I don't know what happened. Well, why did we not? Was it just, did I crash out yesterday?
It was late last night and then I was in the kitchen doing the Weetabix cake and the
fruit.
Just sorting out all the other bits of fruit and everything and
did I crash out
putting
last
everything
night?
away. No, you were busy or doing something on your phone and doing
I don't
something.
know what I was doing. I don't know. Just got in from work and about to have your dinner. What are you having for dinner, Luke? What are you having? Your microwave does the same thing.
It just like collects water in under the plate, and the moisture doesn't escape from the microwave, so it just becomes a sweat room pretty much for whatever you put in it. So every day I have to go in and literally take all of the moisture out, sponge all the water out the bottom. So I'm like, do you know what? I'm absolutely done with that.
Yeah, it's just, it doesn't work.
Buy another microwave for like £50 odd, which might not be that, last that long and be that good. Or I thought, it's a Samsung Smart. Was it a Samsung Smart microwave? So I thought, do you know what? We'll try it. Like I say, and it's quite a big microwave, and you can grill in it, roast in it, you can do what you like in it, I guess.
Yeah, Ed, thank you for the offer for some succulents. We don't need any, we don't want any. Rufus had some cacti that he'd had for years and years and years, and we ended up giving them away to a charity shop because
I would be forever putting my hand on the windowsill in the kitchen and stabbing myself with grabbing spikes.
Yeah, and we've talked about getting little house plants and this, that and the other and stuff. This is about as close as we'll get to it with.
Yeah, I'm not.
Like, it's
now not a very healthy plant, that one.
It's a very healthy plant. I haven't killed it. I've had this about 3 or 4 years. It's sat in this room and it's still alive. I haven't killed it. I've never watered it, never fed it.
It's not real.
I know, it's like the orchid. Tell the orchid story. So I'll tell the orchid story. So Rufus.
My brain has deleted it, I think.
Rufus.
Oh, you mean the one that...
No, let me tell it. So Rufus had this orchid in a lovely glass vase thing. Really, don't spoil anything. Really lovely orchid anyway, right? Really, really nice. And when you moved in with me, you brought it with you, didn't you? Because it was a thing. Your sister had given it to you. And orchids, like nice orchids, are quite expensive. So this thing was there and I was told we've got to look after it. He's kept it alive for a long time. It's doing really well. You've got to feed it and do all this stuff. But let him do it.
But to get it where it was going...
Well, yeah, we brought it to here. So we got in the car and we're moving stuff when we're moving into this flat. And he said, I'm going to put that there. Did I have it between my legs? I think I did. Look after it. Make sure it's fragile. Don't let it get damaged or jostle around. So I'm going, okay, yeah, this is a gift from his sister. It's this really precious orchid. La 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 la. Got here, carefully got it into the flat. Eventually got the lounge sorted out. Put it on the thing, and it's lived there for quite a while, wasn't it?
But You had to protect it with your life on the way back, so make sure it didn't get broken.
That's literally what he said. So I was like, oh, this must be a really big, important thing. It would have been about 2 years later when I realised it was plastic.
Yeah.
Literally 2 years later. In that time...
It's because you don't look at things, though. When they
It's
get put
ADHD.
somewhere, they get put somewhere, and then you're like...
It's called object permanence. I don't have it. I put something down, and if it doesn't move, it ceases to exist. It's an ADHD thing. So I occasionally would look at it and go, oh, it's doing really well, that orchid. Never occurred to me that in all that time, it never got watered, it never lost its flowers, it never changed. But because I do have that issue with object permanence, my brain always went, oh, it's still looking really good, that. Oh, you're doing really well looking after that.
Yeah.
Didn't even enter my head that it was plastic until you went, it's not real. And I was like...
It had like
what?
Like a gel sort of stuff in the bottom with some stones and things.
Yeah, it looked amazing. But it was just this, oh, you need to protect it with your life. It's really important to me. Okay, says me, believing it. Gullible written on my forehead. Can you see it? Just there, look. I did have to laugh at my own gullibility, I guess, and for not realising that the thing hadn't been watered or looked after for many, many years, and me going, I've killed every houseplant I've ever had because I forget to feed it.
Because it dust it every now and again.
I forget it doesn't exist. Yes, I know, and I knew you dusted it occasionally, and I just thought it's like a rubber plant, you know, a big cheese plant where the leaves get dusty and then they take in the moisture. I don't know about orchids apart from the fact that they're really hard to look after. So the whole time I'm thinking, he's doing really well with this orchid. It was bloody plastic. God! Anyway.
It was in a glass jar.
It wasn't a glass jar. It was a really nice, heavy glass jar. That ended up going to a charity shop eventually, didn't it?
Eventually.
Don't tell your sister. Shy Violet, Deborah, good afternoon to you, my darling. How are you doing? By the time Lisa gets round to building said bus, there'll be 3 of them. Oh, that's funny. I know, right?
Probably.
Luke John had a tuna, beetroot and potato salad. That sounds nice. When your microwave is not in use, leave the door open. We have been. We absolutely have been. The plant could also be plastic. It was. Yes, you jumped us. Yes, I know. Audrey's saying, oh dear, Lisa. Yes, I know. It's plastic. I didn't realise.
Yeah.
It was a very good looking orchid though,
Well,
wasn't
there was
it?
definitely something wrong with that microwave. Like I say, I think it obviously just didn't have like vents that worked properly on it.
I want to have a little look at it. I think the vent has never been... I think there's a manufacturing fault with the vent. Either that or when we got it, you left a protective seal off the vent on it.
No.
That's why it's been leaking. Could you imagine?
Not
We
leaking, it's just
that's why the
collecting water,
condensation, yeah. Anyway, how's everybody doing this weekend? How was your weekend, this fine and dandy Sunday? How's your weekend been? Has anybody done anything interesting apart from going to a million shops like we did?
Yeah.
I know, right? Forgot to film most of it. Yeah.
The weather's been really rubbish and all, hasn't it?
It has. Mr. Felix is currently outside. He does that every day now. He went out and he goes between the 2 sheds of us and our neighbour, paroles round the area, and then he comes back in.
Was it yesterday or the day before? He literally peeked outside the front door, he had a look, and then he's like, bugger that, I ain't going out.
Because it was wet and raining. He actually, he did that. And then I was like, are you going out? He took 2 steps out on the front step.
Nope.
And he turned around and ran back in. I was like, okay, all right, that's fine. So that's why we have to get him the tablet, isn't it? Because if he doesn't go out, he gets bored.
Yeah.
And there's only so many times you can flick his feathery, elasticy thing.
I don't know how many other people's pussycats who do that and want to play with a tablet and play games on it all the time. He's like a little teenager, isn't he?
It is. It is an absolutely known thing. So, yes. Audrey, you're sat on your bottom reading and watching the Winter Olympics. That sounds... So you're reading, watching the Winter Olympics and listening to us. Oh, wow. That's a lot. You must have a very good functional brain. I can do that sometimes, can't I? I can do multiple things. But these days, the more that I guess, unmask my issues with ADHD and attention and all of that malarkey. I can do a few things at once. So like we were talking about on the streams, because what I'm doing here is I've got an eye, I've only got one working, but I've got an eye on the chat. I've got an eye down here at the timer. I've got an eye on all these other things that are going on the stream with the technology.
Yeah.
I'm making sure that the sound bar is going up and down when we talk. I'm making sure that the stream deck doesn't go off. All of these various things whilst talking to you, whilst queuing up Rufus, whilst discussing whatever we're talking about. And that for me is dead easy. But it's very taxing. After the lives, I need a good sit down for an hour or so to try and regather some spoons. It's one of the reasons why I'm not doing the tarot at the moment. I will, when my eye's healed, I will go back to the tarot channel and do that once a week as well. But that was even more taxing, wasn't it? Because that's emotional. That's really, really a hard live stream.
You'd literally do your live and then come in the lounge afterwards, sit there for a minute, and then just go crash.
Yeah, because I need to recharge my spoons.
Yeah.
But I think for something like trying to do two things at once, pay attention, I don't have that ability anymore. So something's on. If we're watching something on the YouTube and Rufus starts talking to me,
you said on the doodah then. I was like,
yeah, if we're watching something on the doodah, Rufus is. If you try and talk to me, I'm like, hang on, one of these has to shut off, and it's not going to be Rufus. So I'm like, I can't hear what you're saying. Process that whilst also processing what's on the telly, on the YouTubes. Yeah. It's just impossible. Absolutely impossible. Can't do it anymore. I used to be able to, but I can't do it anymore, can I? No. My brain goes,
Yeah.
Right. So how are you doing this week so far with Plan?
With what?
Plan. Stimming World Food Optimizing Healthy Eating Plan. The Flan, yes.
Yeah, just ticking along.
What is Flan?
I have no idea.
Flan. You know, the food stuff.
What, you mean like a pudding?
Yeah, what is it? I've never understood what flan is.
It's like a sponge bottoms, kind of like as if it was a pastry
But it's
bottom,
a wet sponge, isn't it?
Sponge, and then they put like fruit on and jello and kind of, I suppose you can have whatever you like.
Yeah, but they're soft and wet and I don't like the texture. But yes, I know that's just the bag because it's right where my foot is. Joe Lum, you love your faux plants. Plants come to your house to die. Yep. And I love plants. I adore plants. I just can't keep them alive. No, not at the same time. Oh, okay. You're currently sitting at the kitchen table on your laptop. Kindle is off and no TV in the kitchen. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Because I thought you were some kind of savant. Yeah. You know, the genius type persons. Slimming World app on your phone, filling up your food diary. That's good. We don't do our food diaries, do I? No, we're naughty. We're bad.
Naughty.
World is. You have to read in complete silence. Can't do audiobooks. I can do an audiobook, but it has to be the only thing I'm doing. If I'm doing anything else, then I won't take it in, basically. So I'm currently got the Wild Women Do, and they don't apologise for it, or they don't ask forgiveness for it, whatever it's called. The Margaret Miles Bramwell book, the one that founded Slimming World, her book. I've got her reading her book from Audible. And I've listened to a bit of it, probably about 3/4 of an hour to an hour. And I keep going, I need to listen to more of that because she's really, really interesting, really, really fascinating story.
Ask her to, like,
play it.
Just read it out loud to you.
Can do, but I need to then just be doing nothing else but listening to that.
Oh.
That's what I mean. I can't edit and do that. I can't build Lego and do that because I won't take it in anymore. And that's changed because I used to be able to do multiple things at once and have, split my attention. But I think the more I've learned about myself and my brain and what I need, the less able I am to do things like that. It's weird. It's a very strange thing, neurodiversity. It really, really is. But yeah. What else? What are we having? Oh yeah, I said we're having beetroot burgers probably for dinner.
Yeah.
We did do a massive food shop this week as well.
And we did go to Costa twice.
Oh yeah, we did, didn't we? Yeah, I know, right? 2 days in a row. Going to
One
Costa.
one of them had like a book section where you could either take a book, swap a book, or pay a £1 donation for a book. I did think about, like I say, or you can just read it while you're in there and then put it back. And I thought about it, and then I thought I could get a book and read it, but because my brain doesn't absorb it very well, I'd go through like the first page or something, and then when I go back to the book, I would then forget what I'd already read.
Yeah, but as we're investigating more about your potential autism, and what that might mean for you, because it's really funny, right? We've been together 11 years this year, and
I've done these things forever.
Yeah, and there's lots of things that, as a few years back, I said to somebody who is a counsellor. She employed me. I was sort of her assistant counsellor.
Yeah.
We ran workshops and things together. We did all this stuff, and I said to her one day, "So, I think I need to be tested for ADHD." And she said, "No." I said something about ADHD, and she said, "Well, when were you diagnosed?" or something like that. And I was like, "I'm not." And she was like, "Oh." So why do you think I have the signs for ADHD? She went, "To be honest, Lisa, I thought you'd already been diagnosed." I was like, "Oh, okay." So it isn't just me going, do I have these symptoms, or do I have these sort of, what do they call them, modalities or whatever it's called? Do I have these? It was her going, "Not only do you have them, Lisa, I assumed you knew about it. I had been officially diagnosed a long time ago." And I was like, "No." But one of the things that they say is ADHD people have somebody in their life often that is autistic. And you can find that people, there's a weird connection between those two different types of neurodiversity. And it's just weird, isn't it? That like, as we're going down, I mean, I'm going to have to start fighting tooth and nail now to get a diagnosis from the NHS, because it's like a 12-year waiting list if I don't kick off about it. And then for you as well, with the right to choosy.
What was we were saying?
I said
I went and I did a college course like a few years ago, and I did like the first part of counselling. And you were saying, "Oh, but you did really well in the course."
You were amazing
in my first year of course, and I said it's because it's more of a verbal thing rather than reading loads of stuff and writing everything down. It's more of a physical, person on person kind of course. So a lot of practical sort of work and talking exercises and things like that. So I was quite good with things like that. But if it was just a course just based on everything written down and research and loads of coursework, I probably wouldn't do as well, or it would just take me a lot longer to absorb it than most people. But yeah, that's why I did really well. I think on that first course was because it's, like I say, a lot of I would say over half of that first year's course was just based on your classwork when you're in the lessons. And how you interact with other people and how you talk to them. Yeah, it was a lot of it. So,
but still, a lot of it was written, and the testing, the exam stuff was written, and you did amazing. Yeah. Because I'd done the course a couple of years before, because I was on, I think, 2 forward from you. Yeah. And I was like, "If you need a hand, let me know." And there was maybe one bit.
But I would often do my work. So any homework and that I did bring back.
Did it sound like we were at school?
Yeah, but I would often do the work, and then I would read it out to you to see if it actually did sound okay before I take it in and then handle my paperwork in.
And it was always brilliant.
Yeah, but
always
all those little things I used to do, I would always check, and I would always. Yeah. The way I did things was because I didn't know if it sounded okay to other people, rather than just in my mind what I decided to write down.
Yeah. So I'm not being funny, but I am 37 this year, and you're already over 47, aren't you?
What?
You're over 37. If I'm turning 37, my age this year coming, you're older than that, aren't you? A little bit, like by a year or two.
How old are you?
37. 50.
I
37.
thought you were 33.
No.
Was it 33 for how many years?
No, I
Or
was 30. I was 30 for 4 years running. Thank you very much. Which is
So
fine.
actually, Lisa now is older than me then. Now. 'Cause
No!
She for 4 years she was the same age. So yeah, so that makes you older than
Doesn't
me
work
now.
that way. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Sorry, no, it works the exact opposite.
But yeah.
Because I stayed the same age for 4 years, because I took that. It's because I met Bruce Willis. Yes, I met Bruce Willis, and he gave me. Is this what happens? He gave me a potion that was pink and glowing, and then me and Helen Mirren. It wasn't who was it? Me and Goldie Hawn were best friends, and she gave me the potion as well. So I didn't age for a few years. Death becomes there is what I'm talking about. Right, are you gonna go on then? Go on then. Let me do the other one first, because don't. There you go. Let me do the other one first. So, if you have been watching Back to Basics, they do a segment in their videos where they do their viewer's choice, and they talk about some recipes. Kath chooses some recipes, Laura reads them out, and then the viewers choose which one they want to see them film. It's an amazing thing. We piggybacked Choosy off it, but Choosy is the Amble and Read bit. But Kath always does the recap where she puts on a comedy hat. It's very funny. There's lots of comedy hats, and she's decided, because she's running out of space, that what she's going to do is sell the hats on Vinted and donate the money to it's their local animal shelter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where they got their cat Heidi from. Not that we know their law or anything. And they are amazing, but these hats are on Vinted. So one in particular last week, I was like, if that goes on Vinted, I need to buy that hat. And I did. And it was the purple wizard stroke witches hat from the Disney thing, 25th year Disney. I don't really do Disney, but it's a purple witches wizard's hat. So of course, when that went up on Vinted, I was like, well, it's going to an animal charity. Love that. It's purple. Love that. It's helping a couple of friends. Love that. And it's witchy wizardy. Love that. I am like, this has to be something for me to buy. It has to. There's like, it's literally like the universe said, hey Lisa,
did you get it?
have this.
Hats too, yeah.
Had to be
hats
something.
too, yes,
That's really
yes,
funny.
yes.
I should have said it like that.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
So I got it, and I think it suits me. I think it's very fetching. I do have a purple eye patch, a slightly different colour purple to this, but I think it is absolutely amazing. I love it. And I did ask them to sign it, but they didn't see that until it had already been dispatched. But Laura sent me a message and said, oh, we've popped something else in there for you as well. Yay! You got an Elmo hat.
Yeah.
It's so cool. But actually, it's quite warm, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it sounds ridiculous, but I could actually see you wearing that. You look in the camera. You look like you're 12. Yeah. How is that even fair? How is that fair? He's older than me. Oh, it looks blue on screen. Computer. Studio big light to white. There you go. Did that change the colour a little bit? It is lilac. Lavender colour. Yeah. I actually really like that. Do you know who? Why did it change back to purple?
She's naughty.
That's weird.
Computer, you're very naughty.
I'm always interested to hear how I can improve. Try saying, I have feedback.
Computer. Big light, studio big light to white.
We have feedback.
Sure. Tell me what's on your mind.
You are useless. She has no comment.
You just stopped it. Just stopped it.
She's still listening to us.
She is. Be careful when AI takes over the world. Like your ChatGPT movie posters of you. They were very good. They were very good. So yes. So we've now got a couple of hats for. I don't know what we're going to do with them.
Do you want to see a picture? I'll send it to you.
Okay, send it to me and I'll put it on screen. Let's go into the chat. Kimberly down south, good morning from Alabama. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. We are. We've had coffee. Everything's good.
Oh, there's one already on your thing. Yeah, those ones on your...
Oh, did you post it to me already? Okay, I'll have a look. So hello to Kimberly. Ed says, does your catto let you brush him? Just brushed Charlie Cat and got loads of fluff off him. He does. We need to do it again though.
Yeah, he's naughty.
When he's in the right mood, he'll let us brush him, doesn't he?
Otherwise, he doesn't like to.
No. Code Deb's here. Hello, Code Deb. Hope you're well, my darling. Brilliant. Oh, it's good. I love him. I love him. You love it when Kath does the recaps. Those two you have are two of the best, Jane. They are, aren't they, Jane? Jane Thompson.
Yeah.
They are. This was, as soon as I saw it, I was like, that's very cool. And when she said they were selling them for the cat charity, I was like, well, that's a no-brainer. I got to go and buy that. Just because. Code Deb, the current temperature is -8 degrees. -8 degrees where Code Deb is.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. And the wind chill makes it feels like -17. That is bonkers. Shy Violet Deborah, Rufus looks about 13 with that bum fluff on his lip. You look about 13.
Do I?
Apparently so, with that on.
Do I?
Not now, with that on.
Where's my bum fluff?
I think she's talking about your ginger facial hair. You can't see it very well on camera because he's ginger. His beard is quite pale. Quite.
Yeah.
How would you describe it? Pale. Yeah. It's not very noticeable because it's not dark, but it's a proper beard.
Is it strawberry blonde?
It is strawberry blonde. Yeah, it is. You've taken yours off. Now I look like an idiot.
Do you?
Yeah. Because now I'm just an idiot wearing a hat.
Is that what you think?
Yeah. Oh dear. Had your cat flap on? No. Flat cap on earlier. Ha! That's funny. I read that as cat flap. Had your flat cap on earlier. Nearly took it off because I was on Ilkley Moor.
But yeah, I'm growing it so it's like you can see it a bit better now.
Yeah. I like it. It's handsome. Anyway, let's have a look on the WhatsApp because this was bonkers. I think everybody's been doing ChatGPT doodahs, haven't they?
I've sent it below. I've sent it to you.
It's in that one. It's not one that I sent to myself. Yeah. That is so cool. I think this is really cool. So then, Rufus has been... You've been in secret training, haven't you,
I
Rufus?
have, yes, I have.
Secret training recently. And in fact, this has all been embargo, but we can officially announce it today. Because you may or may not know, but Rufus has been in secret training, has been midweek when we've not been live. So between Wednesday and Sunday, Rufus has been getting on an aeroplane, jetting over to their US of A. And he's been secretly working with... WWE. So he's actually the new British champion of WWE, and that is him with his belts. There, look. I think that looks really good, love. And who did you have to beat for that? Was it Dwayne The Rock Johnson, John Cena, The Undertaker, and Hulk Hogan? You had to beat all of those people, and Giant Haystacks.
Yeah.
Yes, all of those you had to beat to get that amazing trophy belt there. So if you wonder why Rufus sometimes gained a little bit of weight recently, it was because it was all that muscle from training in America. And then you went on to star in WrestleMania.
I did?
Yeah, this was WrestleMania 94. Yes, that one. Where this is when you got the WWE Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
And then after that, do you remember when you then had a really amazing film career as in Mad Max 17.
Yes,
that was another really good one, and that was your movie poster for that, wasn't it? Available soon in IMAX only. So yes, 3D IMAX. So I think that's really good. I love that for you.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that for
very
you.
Good for me.
And then that's what it looks like if you go all arty-farty. So yes, ChatGPT is scarily everywhere at the moment. It really is. We've seen a lot of people, haven't we, with ChatGPT doing
this one that
artwork.
I did ask, can you give me bigger muscles?
Oh, hang on then, we've got more. ChatGPT on, what's it called? Thumbnails in backgrounds. I've seen tons of ChatGPT stuff at the moment on the things. Ilkley Moore Bar
But yeah, next one is one of where I've asked that after going to the gym, can you give me some more muscles?
Okay, so I love the fact that Luke John was going to had to take his hat off on Ilkley Moore.
Oh.
You don't know that, do you? He's not from Yorkshire. So there is a song called Ilkley Moore Bar Tat. It's B''AHT''AT. And it means Ilkley Moore without hat.
Oh.
And it's all about, I walked up Ilkley Moore, which is very windy, without my hat. An old Yorkshire song. It is true. Here we are then, Rufus. This is you.
I think it made me a little bit taller as well. This one made me a bit taller.
A little bit taller. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I was a something and something. So yeah, there you are. That is Rufus as a.
I said, can you give me muscly arms after I've been to a gym? And then he did that one.
And there you go. That's what we're aiming for, isn't it? Shall I show my one then? I'll show my one as well, because I did I send it to you? I did, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Right.
Is it the one where you're on a beach or somewhere?
I went on a beach holiday that none of you even knew about. I know, right? Where is it? Did I send it to you? Does it come up on here? Oh yeah, there we go. Here we go then. So this is me when the other week when I said, I needed a break. This was me on my lovely beach holiday. As you can see there, I did lose a bit of weight from my holiday. I have gained it back since coming back. But you know,
how much did you say? Can you drop off like a couple of stone or something? Or...
This is me in theory, according to ChatGPT. In inverted bunny ears, when I have lost 2.5 stone. So this is from this picture. I had 28 pounds to go, 2 stone to target, and this is half a stone under what my Slimming World target was set to. So this is pretty much roughly where I want to be. So 2.5 stone. It will now be what, 2 stone 1 from where I am today.
But it's also different though if you're doing a photo frontwards to sort of like where you twist and everything as well. Because you look like slim there anyway, like you are now. So
no, that's ChatGPT. Look at my waist there; it goes in. It's probably never going to happen in real life, but I did then go, I look quite miserable for being on a lovely sandy beach.
I know, right?
I don't know what is going on with that smile. That is not my smile at all.
But then when you zoom in on your face, it's just weird how it just.
How do you zoom? That one.
How it doesn't even like face wise. It just like looks like. It's like changes bits about you.
It does.
Like weird, isn't it? ChatGPT.
It is. I don't know how you zoom in. Oh, and then
making you like you're a little crazy.
I know, right? So yes. Anyway, there you go. That was us messing around with a bit of ChatGPT. That is actually my swimsuit. That we're going to go swimming next month.
But if you want to pay ChatGPT and like to just use their app or whatever as much as you like, it's like £20 a month or something like that. 20 quid a month.
I don't know, something like that. Have we made the celery dish yet? No, Codeb. It's going to be made on Tuesday when we do our Tuesday live stream. We will make it live. Rufus will be doing the cooking while my eye is out of action.
They had a special deal in Asda. I did see someone we went in there.
What?
Celery.
Nice.
I still got to get some.
Sorry, they're sold out now.
No,
there's no point looking. You can't order it online. It's sold out. Ed says, yes, Lisa, I have a specific cat flap that I wear on walkies. I can believe that, you know, I can. Neil just came in and was greeted by that hat choice. I know, right? Yeah. It's a choice. It's a choice. I do not support Disney.
But then there's
I've
got this one as well, look. I can't see now. Oh, hang on. This way. No, this way. Yeah.
Other way. That way.
That way, mate. There we go.
Although I've got to say, Neil, you have had similar hats to Rufus's one,
Neil
certainly.
would love this.
Yeah, Neil would love this, actually. I could see Neil rocking that. They had plenty of celery in Tesco on Friday. No, Audrey, they didn't. It was sold out. There is no celery. Celery doesn't exist anymore. It's been banned. Trump has banned it worldwide, so we can't have celery anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, we got these from Back to Basics, our friends over on their channel, because they were selling them off for charity. So I got one, and then they threw in Rufus's one. That one. Yeah. That one there.
Poke me in the eyeball.
Which one is match? Matchy.
Yeah.
So then, hello there. Just finished me late Sunday lunch. You love the ChatGPT pictures. Very clever of ChatGPT to get people engaging and using the app. Fun and a bit scary too. It is, isn't it? It's very scary. I think I don't know how I feel about AI artwork. I think for things like that where it's silly, I think it's fine. To replace actual artwork.
See, look, it's like pigtails.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to take this off now because it is quite warm.
Why don't my nose squeak?
Because it's Elmo, not Cookie Monster. It is Elmo, isn't it?
Cookie Monster? You can't squeeze his nose.
Well, I don't know. One of the other ones. We haven't even watched the Muppets. Does anyone watch the Muppets? The new Muppet Show trial on Disney Plus. Was it any good? If you've watched it, let me know because we need to watch that. We've got a few YouTube videos to catch up on first.
Now, look.
I know, right? You don't want to do that. You spend hours sorting your hair out in the bathroom every morning. Hours, days, months. I know, right? You've
got to make the most of it while you still got it.
No, I don't trust ChatGPT either. I think the AIs are all joining up and ganging up on us and we'll all be dead soon because they'll all join and then we get Skynet.
But can you see my doggo? I can't see my doggo. This way. Is it this way? Look. My doggo. How can we do it?
It's the circle of the
It is.
pool.
And I've got some new pants on today as well.
You mean jeans?
Yeah, jeans.
Pants as in the American usage of the word, not the British usage of the word. Because you don't need to show people
I've got
your
pants
underwear.
on and my pants on. Yes. Pants on top of my pants.
You love the Muppets. You don't have Disney Plus. What they've basically done is to do a what's it called? They do a pilot. They've done a pilot episode. They've done a one-off special with Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah.
I'm old, don't know any of her music that I know of. I bet if you played some, I'd go, I recognise that from being in the car when you've got the radio on. Couldn't tell you anything she's done. But I have an issue with it. I've seen some trailers. Miss Piggy's voice is not Miss Piggy's voice. I am really struggling because when I was a kid, I had scrapbooks full of pictures of Miss Piggy. Might have had a bit of a crush on her, thought it was a crush, realised in later years, no, it's because I was trans and I wanted to be Miss Piggy because she was glamorous with blonde hair and she was a badass.
And she liked smacking everyone.
She was a
especially
karate.
Kermit.
She
I know,
karateed.
chopped
She got what
everybody.
she wanted. She was a badass. She took no prisoners. She took no one's nonsense.
Was she in a film?
Pigs
They
in space.
Were they on Gremlins as well? There was a thing about skits with Gremlins and they had Kermit on there and Miss Piggy and something like that. It was one of their shows that they did or something.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Don't know. But anyway, we're going to watch it. Right. Part of the reset. I want you all, right, now listen, I know we've been talking crap and nonsense for the last hour, but I want to do something, right? And this might be...
People like talking crap and nonsense for an hour.
I know, right?
Yeah.
This might be totes emosh, right? That's what young people say, isn't it?
Is it?
Totsy mosh, yeah. Might be
Who says that then?
young people's. On the
Are any of you young people out
on
there?
the tickety tocketies.
Any of you young people out there?
Yes, they're all very young. They're
Are
all on the
they?
TikTok and
Oh.
down with our bad selves, Daddy-O.
What?
Yes, all of that. Mana do 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 do. Mana do 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 do.
Oh no, I keep
Mana,
thinking
mana.
I'm just going to go and get my hair buzzed off. But, you know,
Again.
I don't like going to the barbers, really.
No.
But
Anyway, right. What I'm going to ask is 2 questions. Right? In fact, Rufus, I'm going to ask you these questions, but feel free to not answer if it's too totes emotion.
what's
So,
that then?
the first question is, when it comes to our weight loss journey, what is your why? What is the reason? What is your reason for losing weight? What's yours?
My main one is just to be healthy. But,
Okay. Okay. Being
like I
healthy.
say, yeah, a lot of it is being healthier. You know, like I say, when I've been very overweight for many years, I've had times where I had my gallbladder taken out and various other things, and my recovering from any things that I've had done would have been so much easier and so much probably quicker. Surgeries would have been easier that I'd had in the past if I'd have been a lot healthier weight wise. And I think it can just impact your life that much that things that you could have done when you were a youngster, like, I don't know, bending down, touch your toes, literally lowering yourself to the floor, squatting down, and then tying your laces up, and all these little things that we did when we were kids. As you've slowly put weight on over the years, you don't realise that you can no longer slowly stop doing all of these little things that you used to do, to the point of, oh, well, I can't bend down and touch my toes, oh, I can't see my toes, oh, you know, and
So yours,
putting
well,
your
that's
things like putting your socks on, and things like, oh, I can't just bend down and pick my foot up and just put my sock on, and
yeah.
it's just all these little things. And now, as my weight's dropping, I'm being able to do a lot more things, and I'm thinking, oh, I didn't realise that I couldn't do those things before. You forget because it's something you can no longer do, and it's like that becomes a bit more difficult. Then it's like, but then partly my brain just deletes information, so a lot of time I didn't even realise that I could no longer do those things over the years where I'd been heavy most of my life. And I just needed something that was going to stick, and for me to realise that, you know, the world is your oyster, but if I eat all of it, everything that I wanted, I'm not going to be healthy.
No.
You know?
Okay, that's a really good, solid
Yeah.
why. The second question
Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
what's the emotion under that? Is it that you are, and again, sorry, this is a really bad thing to do on a live stream, is it that you are feeling scared for your long-term future if you don't improve your health? Is it that you are feeling sad that you've missed out on other things? Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm not going to ask you to answer that.
No.
Just think about it.
Mm-hmm.
What is, for your reason why, your stated reason why, what is the emotion connected to it? So my stated reason why, since January of last year, in October last year, it was to get generally healthier, fitter, and prepare for possible surgeries and all of that in the future. From January last year, when I had the issue with my toe and the started with the issues with my eyesight, it was to try and save my eyes and save my toes. So that became that's my number one reason. The rest of it, the other health benefits, looking better, feeling better, all of that comes secondary. The emotion underneath that was fear. Absolute 100% fear. That for me is what's driving my weight loss. It's what's meaning I am never, going to fall off plan because I am terrified of the consequences. Genuinely terrified. And this is what I'm saying is totes emotion. Right? It's a big emotional issue. I know that if I allow myself to come off plan for any length of time, this singular bleed that I've had now will be the norm, not the one-off. This will be my future. I will be living in a world where I increasingly have eye problems, foot infections, lose toes, lose my feet, end up going down that road. There is no way that I am going to allow that to happen because it terrifies me. So my why is quite stateable. Do you know what I mean? It's like, there's your why. That's understandable. If you can look at the emotion under the why and really take a cold, hard look at it, try and analyse it. Because what you might find is your stated reason might be, I am calorie counting because I want to feel better when I go on holidays. Okay, fantastic. Yeah. That's a really good, solid reason. Yeah. What's the reason underneath? What's the emotional reason? Is it that you feel shame about your body size, whatever it may be, when you go on the beach? Is it that you are jealous of other people with six-packs on the beach? Is it that you are scared, like me, of other people's reactions? Or is it that you are genuinely unhappy about the changes that your body's happened over menopause? What's the emotional reason behind it? Maybe your stated reason, like ours, is general health. What's underneath that? Could it be that you lost a family member early to heart disease, whatever, that's connected to ill health? Is it that you are, I don't know, is it that you're feeling so happy about the changes that you've experienced, losing a little bit of weight, that you want that positive feeling to continue? What's the emotional core? Once you've got that, really keep that emotional core in focus. Because I think for a lot of us, it's very easy to say, oh, I'm losing weight for my health. Well, what does that actually mean? Like, oh, well, I feel a bit better. What is it? None of that. It doesn't mean anything. It's just word soup. However, if the reason you're feeling that your health is an issue, is it because a positive thing? Maybe you've got grandchildren and you want to be there for them, and that's a really positive thing. You want to be around as your grandchildren grow older. You want to be able to take them to the park and run around with them and kick a football. That's a really positive reason. It doesn't have to be, oh, because I got this diagnosis, that diagnosis, whatever. It doesn't have to be a negative. It can be a really strong positive reason.
I mean,
grab that emotion.
For a while, I'd been, like I say, from being a lot heavier, I'd had sort of, my right knee kept swelling and I kept having a lot of pain in my knee, and they were like, oh, you got arthritis in your knee. And since my weight is now as low as it is, I get very little problems with my knee now.
Well, no, you still get some, but not as bad as
definitely
it was.
not any. Like I say, I had a tiny sort of ache in my knee a week or so ago. But other than that, I've had not like where, oh, I'm limping because I can't walk because my knee's all swollen and that all flared up.
And it's not grinding as much.
But I don't get any of that now at all. None of it. So obviously, whatever I was doing for many years was doing some damage to my knees. And just, I don't want to find I get to a point years later where I've got to have my knees replaced like my mum's had done. And she had both done, one after the other, and then it's never been, since she had both of her knees done, it's never been right. And my dad was like, oh, maybe she shouldn't have had both done. But I don't want to, it does worry me and things like that. And I think, well, I don't actually, if I can reverse things and not damage my knees completely, then I will do that now. And now I've kind of figured out what I need to do to keep my weight down. I'm never going back with how things were. And, it's taken a few times, and now we've kind of figured out what, not spoiling ourselves now when you want to treat yourself just with, first thing would be, oh, let's get some some naughty food or something. And now we don't think about just stuff like that.
The only burger we treat ourselves now comes in plastic blocks.
I know.
Oh no.
Well, look, you've got a giant burger there. Look how big that burger is compared to the size of that person.
I know. It's one of those big ones from, was it Five Guys?
Yeah,
those ones.
Yeah, you need 5 guys to carry it.
You do,
It's
yeah.
that big.
5 guys to eat it.
Yeah.
I think it's when we talk about weight loss, we tend to do it in a very almost clinical way. Oh, I want to get my BMI below this, or I've got to do this, or I've got to do that. But what's the emotion behind it? What is the driving force? Because if it's just surface level, then I think we all struggle to maintain that motivation.
From many groups that we've been to, like say Slimming World groups in general, we've been to a few, and sometimes I think people, if you don't have a strong enough why, sometimes it's, you slip up, you make mistakes, you make allowances for yourself because it's like, oh, I only want to lose a little bit of weight, I only want to be able to get back into my jeans again, and I don't want to have to go and buy a load of new clothes. Sometimes that is not always enough to boot you up the bum, to get you, all the habits, and you, like me, then taking, my love for donuts and swapping it for something else that I love, and then making those little allowances all the time, and then you keep slipping up, and which is what we've done for so long.
Yeah.
And now,
absolutely,
I might have now swapped donuts for a bag of carrots, but I'm fine with that. I can eat those because they're speed.
Yeah.
So, but it is learning and realising things you do, and if you do slip up, it's then fixing and trying to work out why you keep slipping up. To not, otherwise you're just going in a cycle, going round and round in circles. And we've done it for like
10 years?
nine years or so, that we'd gone over and done the same thing over and over until we figured out what was making us fall off plan.
Yeah.
Just so that we don't continue doing the same thing over and over and over, because I got a bit fed up with doing it over and over.
Yeah.
And I just wanted, a lot of people do want a quick fix, and this isn't a quick fix. If you've had a bad relationship with food for most of your life, like I have, it's not a quick fix. And it is a mental game, and it is, sometimes if you can't be in front of, like, I don't know, going in a Costa shop and walking past the bakery bits first, and you can't not buy something, then don't go in there.
Or you be the one that goes and gets the table.
Yeah,
you go and pick up the sweeteners and the stirrer.
That's it.
And let your friend or partner or whoever be the one that walks and orders the coffee.
Yeah.
And even say to that person, if you're going out with a friend or friends, just say, I'm really struggling with food noise. I'm really struggling with this at the moment. Yeah. Can I ask? I know it's an imposition, but can you not get a cake today just because?
Yeah, I don't want.
I'm really triggered.
Yeah.
And again, I think, for both of us this time, I think this is the most self-aware and honest that we've ever been, because what used to happen with me, Kimberly says, by the way, I watch TikTok but you don't post. I'm a bit like that. I need to post, but I forget. I think for me this time round, that emotion of why, that underlying thing is so majorly important. I forgot my train of thought. Did you notice then?
Yeah, but I said it is important, because, like I said, that's, if it isn't a strong enough why, you might not stick to it.
Yeah.
And if you want to be, I don't know, a couple of sizes smaller in your clothes and want to feel good again, making little allowances here and there for your slip-ups, or not counting things properly, or just, all those little things where you go, oh, it won't hurt, it's just one, oh, it won't hurt, here and there, and you might not do as well, and then realise that actually you're not gonna, unless you've got a strong enough reason to be doing it, you might not stick to it 100%.
Yeah, and I think, excuse me, well, I'll come back to the chat in just a second. For me, if you've been watching this channel for quite a bit, you'll know I have a really good track record of self-sabotage. I get right near a goal, whether that is getting towards target or getting a 7-stone award or whatever it is, and then I just sabotage it. This time round, and I know why I sabotage. Again, let's unpick it. Let's look at the reason why did I self-sabotage? Because ultimately, being fat is comfort for me. Because it means I get a little bit invisible. It means people don't look in my direction, because people generally, when they see a fat person, they tend to try and ignore. Certainly in my experience, I'll be ignored a lot more. It being fat for me meant it was something I could hide behind. I didn't have to deal with the trans issues. I didn't have to deal with anything.
And when you are a bit bigger, people might not talk to you when you're out and about. People because if you stand
You've
out
noticed
and you
the
are
reverse,
a bit bigger, and now people talk to me more when I go out. When, like say, one day there was a lady walking down our street, and she had these ginormous, I don't know, carrier bags. She'd obviously been to shop. And she was a larger person. And my first thought is, as like a lot of people, she's really struggling, waddling down the road. Shall I offer and help her? But then I thought, what if she doesn't want me to, because I feel, as if she thinks I would feel sorry for her because she's bigger. So then, because you think that, you then don't offer that help to someone. So then the point, I think, I didn't want to offend her. So, but by me not just offering to help her is exactly what a lot of people do in the same situation. If you've been slimmer all your life, maybe you wouldn't go talk to a larger person and go, would you like some help? And I think it's kind of like, maybe I feel more like I'm just like a lot of other people that are a little slimmer than I used to be, but still that thought of, I don't want to offend her, so I just won't say anything.
Yeah. And then I pointed out, well, actually, do you not think it would be weird that a random beardy bloke in the street would come
would
up
you
and
like
go,
some help?
hello, can I help you with your bags?
That's it, innit?
But I know for me that under the motivation of wanting to be healthier last time round, and the times we've done this in the past, there was always that underlying, really deep-rooted fear of, well, if I lose all the weight, then who am I? I don't know how to be a slim Lisa. I've never been that. I have not been slim since I was probably 11 or 12 years of age. I don't know how to live in that world, and it sounds ridiculous, but I think if you've been somebody who's been, I was a size 28. Now that may or may not sound big to you. People are healthy at that sort of, can be healthy at that size and not have any medical issues. People can feel very confident in themselves at that sort of size and bigger. That's absolutely great if that is you. It wasn't me. I felt miserable, but I was more comfortable with that feeling of miserable than the great big unknown out there, like in Star Trek, where you're going and discovering new worlds and new civilizations. Being slimmer, not even slim, getting into average size clothes, well, not even average, being into like 16s and 18s was unheard of for me before. It was scary. I didn't know how to navigate a smaller world, and it sounds ridiculous, but I was big my entire life. I have always been big. I'm still dealing with that when I look in the mirror, aren't I? We were in the range, and there was a big giant mirror there when we got weighed, and I was like, is that a funhouse mirror, or is that how I actually look? Because in my head, I'm bigger than my reflection was telling me. And I think for me, that fear of the unknown, of being slimmer, and what does that mean for me if I don't have that comfort blanket of fat and that way of pushing people away, how do I live my life? I don't know. And that was always the reason, the underlying reason, that I would self-sabotage. And it's only this time round, as we've become more self-aware, as we've become more honest and authentic, and we're working towards all sorts of various bits and goals in our life that are more than just our weight loss goals, I think realising that has been a really big deal for me.
Yeah.
And again, this time round, I'm not being funny. I will deal with whatever the world has to throw at me. Being a slimmer person, I will navigate that world quite happily with 1 or 2 working eyes instead of trying to navigate the world as a comfortable fat person who is blind, because that is where I'm headed, or blind with 1 foot, because that is literally where I'm headed. So my why has completely shifted, and that emotion that was causing me to repeat those patterns time and time and time again is because that's all I knew. And this world we live in now, it's scary, isn't it? It's scary sometimes, and it's hang on, my leg's gone to sleep. It's a hard thing to process when we go to the shop and we look at, like, we go into a charity shop. This is a new top. I can buy things without having to compromise style or what I like.
It's weird, isn't it? Having more choice now.
How does that work? Is this how other people live? Is this how people who are regular sized live rather than plus size? You can just go to a shop and buy things you like. What? How's that? It's weird. It's weird.
But going to get a pair of size 36 jeans, or just
size 34 jeans.
Well, I've got to work into those.
Yeah, but you'll be in them really soon. The way you're going at the moment, and then, like, there's not. It's not beyond the realms of possibility, Rufus, that you will be in a size 32 jean by the end of the year or by summer.
Well,
that's not beyond the realms of possibility.
No.
It's literally 2 sizes from where you are now. 32 is small. And you got a medium t-shirt the other day. This is spoilers for a video we've got coming up. But you got a medium t-shirt the other day, and it fitted you.
I just decided to put it on.
Little bit tight, but you got it on. It was only close around your tummy.
Yeah, it wasn't stretched or anything. It was just
amazing. Right, let's have a look at the chat. Audrey Shaw, you had your hair buzzed yesterday. You go every 3 weeks at 0.5. That's good. That's good. Kimberly, you had your gallbladder out in 2010. She is your twin.
I've had mine taken out. I had mine taken out when I was 25. So
I mean, she waited a few years more than you did, but that's weird.
Yeah.
Both born on the same day, the same year, same everything.
Yeah.
A few miles apart, granted. And you both you'll have to have a conversation. What else have you had?
I had mine done I think 10 years before that. So
Sabrina Carpenter sings about liking espresso. I think I know the song. I don't know. You haven't got Disney Plus, Julie. This is Julie Cacciatolo. You haven't a clue about Tickety Tock either. Your son sent you an Instagram post yesterday and you couldn't open it. Ow.
Yeah.
Audrey's why is to reverse pre-diabetes, lower your BMI to be considered for new knees. Okay? What's the emotion under that? What's the driving force? Because that's a really good health motivation. What's the emotional push behind that? Shy Violet, you want a choice of clothes that fit, getting upstairs without getting out of breath, and walking better. Again, what's the emotion behind that one? Again, you don't have to answer in the chat, but what would doing that mean to you? How is it different? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What would not getting out of breath when you walk upstairs, walking better, what would that actually mean? Does it mean that you won't feel scared about your longer term health? Does it mean you'll feel more confident? Is that why you're doing it? What's the emotion there? Julie, turns out it's because you're not on Instagram. Yeah, you can't view it unless you're on it, unfortunately. It's a bit like the lottery, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can't win it if you're not in it. You're feeling knackered all the time, Deborah. Yeah. Again, look at the why.
Shy Violet. Oh, yeah.
Shy Violet, Deborah, yeah. I know, that's why I said Deborah.
It's a long name.
It's a very long name. Audrey Shaw, losing 5 stone from your heaviest. Oh, no. Hang on, I read the wrong one.
I felt really sluggish, like I say, for the first 6 months of this journey this time round.
Yeah.
Or at least 6 months before I started.
What, you felt like a slug? I told you not to crawl around on the floor.
I was exhausted all the time, even for the first 6 months being back on plan.
Yeah, you do get more energy. It just doesn't happen overnight.
No, it doesn't.
Julie Cacciatola says, I'm on my weight loss journey to save my life. I'm also afraid, like you say, Lisa, of the consequences of not being careful about the food and drink I consume. Exactly. That is an amazing why.
Yeah.
Right? That is your motivation right there. Not just to save your life, but also the fear of what will happen otherwise.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it isn't a random fear. It isn't an unheard of fear. It's a reality. The reality is, if we don't do something about our longer term health, for some of us, we know where that's headed.
Yeah.
The reality is, it's the same place everyone's headed. If you are, like I was, morbidly obese, you're probably not going to have a happy, healthy sort of retirement. You're probably not going to be in your 70s, 80s, you know, doing the things that they show you on the life insurance adverts, you know, walking dogs along beaches, laughing happily with your white-haired partner. It's probably not going to be a thing if you are super morbidly obese or morbidly obese like I was, that you are going to be able to do. Just not, it just isn't. And we know that. Knowing it in the generic is very different than knowing it with a potential diagnosis. And that fear, that's when that fear kicked in for me personally. Again, I'm not saying it's the same for you, my darling, but if you've had any type of, you know, diagnosis of a problem, then that's a bloody motivating why.
Yeah.
Audrey, losing 5 stone from your heaviest, you still don't feel any benefit. Your knees still hurt. But think how much worse it would be if you were still carrying that 5 stone around with you now.
Yeah.
This is the thing I always have to remind you of sometimes, and myself. All right, I have lost nearly 7 stone at this point, and my fibro still kicks in. I'm still wobbly days. I'm still struggling with my health, with all sorts of bits and pieces. But if I had to strap 7 stone in a backpack on and wear it every single day, I would be so much worse than I am now.
Yeah.
And it may be that my health hasn't got massively better, but add 7 stone on for the last 15 months, my health would have gone downhill. Absolutely would have done. There's no way around it. Another 15 months of carrying an extra 7 stone on my shoulders, on my knees, on my back, I would be in so much more pain than I am already. There's just
weird, isn't it?
There's no way around it, is there? Normally, mid-afternoon, I have to take a second lot of pain pills because my back is horrendous. I know if I was putting my back under that much strain with 7 stone extra added, I wouldn't be able to function anymore. And so whilst you not get that, you might not get that amazing, oh, I've lost this weight and suddenly I can go run a marathon. That's not likely. However, if you hadn't lost that weight, where could you have been? You could have been a lot worse.
Well, so that even people that you know, or like family members and that, they would be like, for years they'd be like, oh, you're just a bigger person because you got heavy bones, or like, you know, you're big boned. That's all it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. They just try and lighten the load by saying, oh, it's just because you're big boned.
Do you know what they said to me as a kid when I was going into my teenage years, and then the food patterns were beginning to settle down into the negative patterns, and all of those issues were starting to become ingrained? It's just puppy fat. You'll lose it as you get older. It's just puppy fat. It's just growing fat. It's just growing fat. It's just because you're still growing. As you get older, you'll lose all that.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
You won't get slower as you get older, and then just obviously that's usually when a lot of people start gaining little bits of weight as you get older, a bit mature.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
But when you're younger,
You'll
like
lose
say
it.
you move more when you're younger, so the likelihood of that happening is no.
I used to cycle everywhere when I was younger, and yet I was still
That's it.
overweight because the food issues were beginning to kick in.
Yeah.
Bonkers. You don't know the slim world either. You were given a diet sheet when you were 9. Wow, Audrey, isn't that awful that they do that to kids?
Yeah.
But also, it's scary, isn't it? It's really, really, really scary. Oh, Deborah, this is amazing. It's hard to lose weight, but it's hard being fat. So pick your hard. Exactly. It's easier to live a life lighter.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you have to be at target. Even losing half a stone, that
That's
will
it.
be easier on your body. It really, really will. And it's one of those things where you might not, as we've just said, you might not feel those benefits immediately. But half a stone lighter for 10 years is putting your body under a lot less strain than half a stone heavier for 10 years. Do you know what I mean? There's a big difference. Obviously, the caveat here is if somebody is underweight, we reverse those conversations. You love clothes shopping. Now you're a smaller size. We're still downsizing, so we still look for charity shop bargains and things because at the moment, you get a pair of jeans for Christmas. By your birthday, which is in May, you're out of them already. It's ridiculous.
It's weird though as well. As you get, into bigger sizes, that you didn't realise even at that point that there's just so little choice that you have in clothes that you have to, you might see an item of clothing and you have to go, oh, if I was a bit slimmer, there's, this amount of choice, massive amounts of clothes. You can just pick whatever you want. But if you're slightly bigger, then maybe like only a few choices that you've got rather than 10 choices or whatever or more.
Yeah.
So it's, we just accept the fact that there just isn't a lot of choice and, okay, well, whatever the choice is, I suppose that'll just have to do then because that's all you can get.
Yeah. Well, I'm a complete sci-fi nerd and I love, I don't know whether you've noticed that, I love all sorts of pop culture sci-fi stuff. I wanted at one point, a Star Trek uniform. Standard Star Trek uniform. Yeah. Can I get them in my size? Yes, from America. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds, plus tariff, plus shipping, plus this, when I was bigger. Now, I'm not quite there, but I can certainly see by the end of this year, I would be able to go and get one from the standard sort of fancy dress type ranges or the licensed ones that are a little bit better quality from some of the costume dealers. I can quite happily go and get them. Not yet. They tend to only go up to 16, 18. I'm a little bit around that at the moment, 18-ish depending on where I go. But I can see a world now where I'll be able to go and get a nice Star Trek uniform. Whether I ever do it or not is a whole other thing because I've got nowhere to go in it, and I'm these days I struggle walking around.
You pay a bit less for smaller clothing as
well.
But
also, even places like Killstar, which I love. I love Killstar. It's a gothic brand full of skulls and death and spikes and blood and gore and Cthulhu and things like that. Love it, love it, love it. Really interesting stuff. But a lot of their clothes go up to a 4XL, which is about a 22. Right, UK size. Got some of their bits and pieces in a 3 or a 4XL. The problem is a lot of the designs that I really like, they only go up to an XL, which is about a 16. They don't have them in that extended size range. So there's all sorts of stuff when I look at the website and I go, oh, look at that, that's amazing. Oh, look at that, that's amazing. Oh, I look so good in that. That looks so amazing. Oh, I really want that. Nope, not available to me.
But I said, and even like, what about the shop you sometimes go? Was it yours?
Yeah.
And they do they do like 16 upwards or something like that?
Start at 16, go up to I think 32, 34.
But I say you do pay a lot more for clothing as well.
A lot more. And that's it. It's the fat tax.
Yeah.
And there is a fat tax. There is a plus size tax. Yeah. Even on things like just going and buying a standard t-shirt. Great. Go and buy a standard t-shirt. However, what you're doing... Oh, Jane's here. Hello, my darling. I'll read your comment in just a second. I didn't realise the phone was going off. There is a fat tax.
Yeah.
Whether it's on a pair of boots that need to be wider for your calf, there's an extra £5 on it. Knickers, buy a pair of knickers. What is it? In the supermarkets, £4.50 for 2 pairs of standard size knickers, £5 for 2 pairs of plus size knickers, or whatever it may be.
What about swimwear? or
Yeah,
things
all
like
of that.
or
All of that. It's an absolute nightmare at times.
I said even coats and stuff are really
Yeah.
expensive if you're bigger.
Yeah, all
Coats
sorts.
and stuff.
And
isn't
so there is, there's so many repercussions that come into it. So the Empress, Jane Day is with us, everybody. So as always, we genuflect in your general direction, Mum. Jane Day, the Empress, if you don't know, she is a YouTuber here on the platform. She's amazing. She's the wisest person out there with a weight management, weight loss plan. She is absolutely, we call her the Empress because she is literally she who shall be obeyed by all.
Yes.
Even though she's not a ruler, is she? She's like a benevolent leader. And she's just amazing. She's like a Slimming World guru. She's amazing. If you don't know her channel already, go and check it out. Anyway, she says, my why is that I don't want to be fat anymore. The emotion under it for me is joy because I have a solution. In my opinion, and after 50 years of experience, being blind to me was nowhere near as horrible and uncomfortable and frustrating as being fat, especially when I was 22 stone. Absolutely. Thank you for that, Jane. Absolutely. And that's really important.
Yeah.
In Jane's opinion, after 50 years of being blind, and Jane wasn't born blind, it's something that she had to deal with a little bit later in life. So she went from a sighted person to being somebody who's blind.
Yeah.
50 years of that wasn't as horrible, nowhere near as horrible as being 22 stone. That says a hell of a look.
Yeah.
That says a hell of a look, a hell of a lot. It really, really, really does. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that, Jane. It's an interesting thing, isn't it? Because we've got to, I think if we pay attention to the emotion, then we've just got to keep remembering that feeling. And whether it's, for me, that fear of walking into the salvage clinic and seeing people with 1 foot,
or a boot on them,
or everyone else with those the moon boot things on, and seeing people in wheelchairs and someone amputated below the knee because of diabetes or above the knee. I don't want that. Thank you. That's terrifying for me.
I mean, the last time that when you did, you got your weight down, I don't know, to a little bit over what I am now. But when we did that, they said at that point that you were pre-diabetic. My diabetes had gone virtually into remission.
Yeah,
so yeah.
Kimberly down south says, obviously health is number one, but you love clothes and want to be able to wear anything off the rack. Yeah, exactly. Shy Violet Deborah doesn't want to be tired. That's another amazing one. Kimberly down south, pre-diabetic, so you want to keep that at bay and more energy to go kayaking, walking, travel and work. I think that's a huge part of, that's a huge why. What's the emotion, Kimberly? And again, you don't have to answer it, but what's that emotion? Is it that you want to experience that joy of kayaking, that freedom, or is it that you're scared that those things will be lost to you?
I said we used to sleep a lot more as well, didn't we?
You did?
We do now.
Code Deb, is there any way you can mute or lower the volume on that chirpy noise? What chirpy noise? That's my phone. I can do. The only problem is if it. Oh no, it's my watch. Sorry, it's my watch. I can.
Is it?
Yeah. Let me disconnect my watch. Hang on a second. There we go. I'll disconnect my watch. So yeah. Shy Violet, you used to get, you are bigger boned or puppy fat. No, it's because you ate too much. I know, right? Absolutely. Same with me. Oh, it's puppy fat. You'll lose it as you get older. Will I, as I'm scoffing my 3rd cheeseburger? Oh, that's nice to know, as I'm eating my 4th Mars bar or whatever it might be. It's never been Mars bars. Ugh. Too sickly sweet for me. Audrey, you were never a fashionable teen. You had to get old lady dresses from your mum's catalogue. Oh my God, I remember that. And also, Evans, the most fashionable of very fashion-forward fashion shops for big people, big ladies, if you were of a certain size, and they all thought that we were a certain age. If you're a bigger lady shopping at Evans, you must be in your 70s. because that's obviously that's the fashion that you look for in your 70s.
Oh, Bon Marché.
Oh, Bon Marché was even worse. Bon Marché was where my mum used to shop. I think I bought one swim dress in there, didn't I, when we were swimming before, because it was the only place I could get a swim dress. But yeah, not my thing.
Everything's all flowery.
Yeah, and really naff material.
Yeah.
Why do they think? It's just so stupid, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you are a big person, so let's put you in polyester,
Yeah.
a fabric that doesn't breathe. Let's wrap you up like a trussed chicken in a plastic.
Pretty much,
Oh,
yeah.
God, I feel like I'm wrapped in cling film, about to go in the bloody, or wrapped in tinfoil, going in the oven or something.
Yeah.
Horrible. Julie, your clothes are getting looser, but you can still wear them as you wear a lot of different tops with leggings. And the leggings are shrinking with you and still okay for now. When they have the Nora Batty look, then I will downsize them. I've had to do that. I've got several leggings that some of them were new that I couldn't wear last year because they were too big for me, too small for me, sorry. And then I've lost the weight over this year, and now they've given them all to the charity shop, didn't I?
Yep.
Because they were like, oh, yeah, they don't look right. You used to shop at Evans. Yep, polyester is nasty, Deborah, it is. But that was all that was available.
Yeah.
That was all that was available. And that thick polyester cotton material, that thick one, where it was like they used to make slacks, polyester brine nylon slacks, trousers out of it. Oh my gosh. Don't get me wrong. If that is your fashion trend, these days in the 2020s, you can wear whatever you want and you can make it work, because there's retro fashion and vintage fashion and, you know, even 70s throwback fashion. I live and die in my denim flares at the moment, don't I? I love them. They're starting to get too big. I'm going to wear the living hell out of them while I can, and then try and find another pair. But I like these days you can do nerddom, geek core, I think they call it, cottage core, witch core, fairy core, you name it. You can do all these different things with clothes. So you brine nylon. Well, look at our friend. I'm not going to mention the name on here in case they don't want us to say it, but our friend that looks like he's from a 1950s gentleman's wear catalogue. You just expect him to have a pipe. But it is, isn't it? Like somebody from The Chap magazine. Absolutely amazing. And he rocks that fashion. Absolutely. It suits him to a T. He works that look. And it's just who he is. It's not even like I'm putting this on because I want to feel like this type of person. It's just who he is. Absolutely amazing. And I love people that wear what the hell they want.
Yeah, that's it.
It's just that for many years, I couldn't wear what the hell I wanted.
No.
Because what I wanted
just
was
wasn't that much choice, was there?
a little bit more geeky, nerdy alternative. I love this. This is again, you'll see it in our haul video. This is really cool because it's got almost these little flappy bits. I like shoulder pads.
But it's just something that you just don't find easy, that, you know, all right, this was the only choice I had before and now I've got all of this choice.
Yeah.
And obviously doesn't cost quite as much, so you save a bit of money there. And now, instead of like where in the past we might have treated ourselves to food items, now we treat ourselves to a new piece of clothing or something else.
Yeah.
Rather than...
Audrey says, I couldn't wear those trousers, the brine nylon slacks. I have too much natural static and everything clung to you. You can't even wear a TikTok watch. Like one of those ones. I could wear those type of trousers. However, I would get a lot of chub rub. I hope you all know the term chub rub. It's where your thighs rub together like this. And the problem is, if your thighs rub together like this, and you are wearing brine nylon trousers, then you can start a fire at 20 paces. You know that? You literally, if you walk past in the summer months, if you're wearing brine nylon trousers and you've got a decent amount of chub rub like I did, and you go past anywhere where there's a pile of dry leaves, you are going to set a forest fire going just by...
Yeah.
And if you have to move quickly, oh my God, it burns your thighs because, like that, awful. You never experienced
You just
things
were
like
friends
that, do you?
with the talc.
Very good friends with talcum powder, yes, because you had to. When everything's rubbing and uncomfortable, you had to. There's just no way around it.
It's very bad for people.
Oh yeah, we know that now. Now, what is it that's in it now? Corn flour.
Yeah.
Cornstarch.
Yeah,
Cornstarch?
Yeah, cornstarch.
Don't know what the
yeah.
difference is. Random.
corn
Code Deb. Question. Do you use artificial sweeteners like Splenda or stevia in your hot drinks or at all? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. I don't really like stevia because I find it really bitter.
Thing is, though,
We use
if you
sucralose.
think about sugar versus that, sugar is a lot more damaging to you than the stevia.
Talcum powder and Vaseline. Yeah.
It's a bit like saying full sugar cans of pop versus the ones with stevia and sweeteners and stuff in. They're, if you weigh up what you'd be drinking, it's a lot less damaging, like say, to have the sugar-free version than it would be to have the full sugar.
I just raised my cup when you said sugar-free pop because my brain went, oh, that's what I'm drinking. And then I was like, it's a cup.
Yeah.
It's coffee. It's not a Diet Pepsi. Audrey, you have a smartwatch which now refuses to tell you the time, but will record your steps and sleep. The time display screen has given up, so it will do anything except tell you the time. Oh my gosh. Yes. Look, can you see that emoji, Rufus?
Yes.
It's trousers and fire. Yep. There is, when the young people say, oh, my fit today, fit, it means outfit of the day. They're fit. Yeah, they're what they are wearing, their outfit. But they say fit because, young people can't use two syllables. So they go, my fit is fire. Literally was. Brine nylon pants and chub rub. Oh!
But if you ever get, like, say, very old clothes and it's not something that you'd want to sell afterwards or donate, get great pleasure of, like, having saying a goodbye, have a ritual outside in the garden in a burner bin, getting rid of anything that can't be passed on to anybody else, and just saying farewell to it. Goodbye.
Yeah.
I did that outside quite a few times.
Yeah, you've burnt a few old bits of knackered old stuff.
I know, and it makes you feel quite good actually, just getting rid of it. Yeah,
the
just
rubbish.
just getting rid of the stuff.
Yeah, it can do. I mean, again, we've got. Should we tell them how we donate stuff? We've got 2 different charities that we donate our clothes to. If they are relatively good quality, and by that I mean everything from supermarket brand upwards, right? They go to St Gemma's Hospice, which is in Leeds. They helped when Mum was here for her palliative care, and the care team there, an amazing charity, hospice charity, end of life care and respite.
So if it's really good quality, it goes there.
Yeah, anything from we had loads of I had loads of geeky, nerdy stuff. Paraphernalia
Sellable stuff though, sellable.
Yeah, quality, and some of it was collectible.
Yeah.
And I could put it on eBay and do all of that, but I struggle, especially at the moment with the ADHD and my eyesight. I struggle, and it's just a thing. So instead of doing all of that, I just went, do you know what? We'll just donate it all. They can all go to St Gemma's. We might do car boot sales later in the year, but I can't even be bothered with it hanging around till then. It's fine. Let's just donate it. So all that sort of stuff that's going to make a bit of money goes there. Sorry, stuff that we've bought from Shein or that we've picked up from charity shops or we picked up from Amazon or, cheaper clothing. And some of the supermarket brand clothing, some of the, basics, t-shirts and things like that, they all go to the tip shop, which is where stuff there that doesn't sell, if they think, oh, no one's going to want to pay more than £2 for a pair of Shein trousers or whatever it is, they then send all of that to get ripped up into rags or what, it's all the fibres are all reused in some recycling type way. So if it's going to sell for more than a couple of quid, go to St Gemma's Hospice. If it's something there you think no one's going to pay more than a couple of quid for that, it goes to the tip shop, and then the stuff in there that they don't sell, as I say, then gets I don't know what it becomes, but I know it gets recycled into other things.
Yeah.
So probably pop bottles, plastic bottles and things. So yeah. Deb, you have a intolerance to sucralose and most artificial sweeteners. Is honey or maple syrup better to use than demerara sugar? To be honest, it doesn't actually matter. Sugar is sugar is sugar is sugar.
But I'd say if you wanted to like be more natural, I would say if you were going to have anything out of those, I would say honey, because honey is just a natural, like I say.
But be careful, because all of it is high in sugar.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And although it's natural sugar, it's still sugar. It still does the same thing. Yeah. There is a reason why sugar in fruit and things is a little bit healthier. It's a different type of sugar. It's fructose rather than the other glucose. But also, honey is processed majorly by the bees. Yeah. Probably not something that humans were intended to eat in large quantities, certainly not year round. Maple syrup, definitely not something that was intended for humans to eat, seeing as it's the sap of a tree. Yeah. And then demerara sugar is sugar beets that are then processed, dried, ground things, and all of that. It's all added sugar has the same effect on your body, whether it's natural sugar from fructose or whether it's natural sugars from honey,
as well.
Syrups.
If you if you're able to wean yourself off a lot of sugary products, you'll find that when you do have a tiny amount of something, that to you is a lot sweeter. Like if you came away from most added sugar and you just had some fresh fruit in a bowl, times when we've bought, I don't know, like we bought a bag of processed, I don't know, there was little tiny little snack pack cookies, and they would have been like 90 something calories per pack. But opening a packet and just trying one that had a sugar topping on it was sickly and horrible, because we don't have added sugar anymore.
Was it the party rings or whatever they were called?
Little
something
party
like
ring
those.
things.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely sickening. But yeah, if you come away from a lot of sugars, you find that everything else that you do have, which will be like fruits and other things like that, are a lot sweeter and nicer without sugars and stuff all over them. So that tends to be what we have.
Yeah, there is a reason why they add sugar into virtually everything.
But your taste and taste buds and everything change then at that point if you come away from all of that stuff.
But sugar is more addictive than a lot of Class A drugs. Yep. It really is. Yep. And it's something which your body has an automatic response to. It uses that energy really quickly. It gives you that sugar rush, gives you that high, and then crashes your system completely. Yeah. There's a reason why humans, as we evolved, we learned about things like fruit, and that gives us a rush, and proteins. There's a reason why we didn't have an awful lot of we didn't evolve to go and eat honey. It's something that came a lot later, if that makes sense. Audrey Shaw, you put bigger items in a doorstep charity bag that was collected on Friday. Right. I have a theory about this. You
don't know where it goes though, do you, really?
You used to watch Jimmy's. What's Jimmy's?
Hospitals, is it?
I don't know,
Hospitals.
Is it? I don't know. Hang on. Talking for hot drinks or to add in oatmeal occasionally. I don't know. Again, we don't have sugar in anything at all. In fact,
you do get some sugar in some things, but very, very minimal. We don't put a lot of added sugar in
sugar in anything.
We don't, no.
No, everything that we've got is no added sugar, or if there's sugar in the ingredients, it'll be a tiny amount.
Otherwise, we don't buy it otherwise.
No, and it's probably the single biggest change that we've done this time round, and the reason why we're sticking to it, that and the intermittent fasting, I think, because, again, I didn't have my cake this morning, my little cake.
Did I get you a little cake?
No, you made me little cakes. It's still in the fridge. I was going to have it with my tablets. I completely forgot. But even that is made without added sugar or anything. So you remember those rag bags at the charity shop when you worked at one? I have a thing about charity shops, right? when I was bigger, and we're talking 24, 26, 28 sizes, right? You'd go in a charity shop, there would be very few clothes in that size. However, conspiracy theory time, get your tin-foil hat ready. I believe very firmly that one of two things happens. The first one, people go, oh, fat people will buy their clothes online rather than coming into a charity shop and trying them on. So we're going to put it all on our online eBay store. Option 1. Option 2, there is a fat woman in every single charity shop. There is a larger lady that volunteers at every single charity shop who nicks all the good clothes first. She's the one who goes, oh, what size is that? 26, I can get into that. I'm having it. I get me staff discount on it. What?
Ages ago, I noticed that, I'm sure I'd said to you, you know, the tip shop,
Yeah.
that they sell some things online.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they
they
do.
do. And that's just council tip site. They've got their own shop, and some of it they sell online. So
Do you know the
some
worst
of it doesn't
thing?
go in the shop itself. Like
Do you know
just
the worst thing? As Lisa Lee, the Lego loving lass, the Lego lass, I love hunting for Legos in charity shops. Do you know there is a list? This was discovered in America, so it will absolutely be the same over here. Is it Goodwill? That's
Yeah,
the brand,
yeah,
isn't it, of
yes,
charity shops,
yes, yeah,
thrift
Goodwill,
stores in
yeah.
the States. They have a list of brands which they don't put out on the shop floor. They divert them directly to a regional place
Yep.
where they sell them online. One of those brands is Lego.
because Lego keeps its value.
Yeah. So I'm currently on eBay bidding on some British Heart Foundation Legos because it's still a reasonably good price. But I also know that whenever I go into a charity shop, if it's one of the big chain ones, I know I'm never going to find it in there because they will whip them off the collection thingies and take them straight to their online website.
So I say occasionally you
Which
find
is good, but
occasionally
annoying.
you find people selling them just online or on Facebook.
Oh, yeah,
or wherever
Facebook,
that
places like that,
have
amazing.
no idea of value. Some people do, they occasionally.
oh,
they
that
don't, but
that
the one you got.
it wasn't this one.
Yeah,
It was the other
where you
one.
got the free gift and the whatever with
Yeah.
that they'd not even unboxed or
No,
anything.
I went and
so-
got a guy said, "Oh, it's £12 for a couple of bits." There was a couple of Friends sets and a little car, and I was like, "Oh, that's really cool. I want the little car. It's a little Land Rover. It would go really well in Brickhampton."
But you had, was it an accessory box like with like all loads of pieces for just building?
Oh
whatever
no,
you
that's what
want
it was.
as
It was
well?
that I was going for.
Yep.
There was basically a piece of like several hundred small pieces that I still need to sort
box,
through.
yeah.
And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll get that." It came with a little doodah, a little car, and I thought that'd be good in Brickhampton because I've got police cars.
Was
I
that
haven't
the
got
one
many
though you
normal
get a little
cars.
book in that just gives you loads
Yeah.
of ideas of things
Yeah.
that you can make just without, it's not like a set that you've got to put it away a certain,
No.
it's just one that you can just a creative one or whatever,
Yeah,
is it?
it's a
Where you
creative
can
set.
just,
It's a starter set,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
They're the ones that
Make
come in
whatever
the.
you want.
You can also get them in the big yellow
yeah,
Lego tub things.
yeah.
Anyway, £12. When I got there, he said, "Oh, I found a couple of other ones." He said, "If you want, I can put those in." I said, "Oh, okay. How much for all of it?" And he said 15. I was like, "Oh, okay, absolutely no problem. I'll have all of those. Thank you." Lego for me is a mindfulness thing as well as doing Brickhampton, which eventually this will all be behind here. It's a really, really enjoyable hobby, but it's a really expensive hobby. So picking up sets secondhand is always a good way to go. And because Lego is so bloody amazingly take everything apart, build something completely different from it, it doesn't matter what set it's in because I'm going to pull them all apart anyway. So I was like, okay, took the boxes, took them to the car, and I went, "Rufus, I think I just got the deal of a lifetime." There was 3 Friends sets, this creator set, there was a Land Rover in there, there was an unopened gift with purchase box. When I looked at all these prices online, it was like £50-60 worth minimal. And I got it for £15. And I was like, oh my God, I know full well if that had gone to one of the big charity shops, they would have sold it for a lot closer to £50. And again, don't get me wrong, I am absolutely for charity shops selling stuff online. I really genuinely am. But they need to have some things available in the shops as well. Otherwise, you walk into the shop and it's just Shein. What's the other one? What's the other place? I can't remember what the other one. Yeah, things like Temu. But it's those cheap, disposable, fast fashion items, which
What's the other?
is
the other
great.
place? Whatnot.
Oh no, that's an auction. Yeah, that's a second-hand auction place.
I said you go on there as well.
I do go on there. I've got a few figures coming from there. But I it's really weird because I understand and I know that if I was running a charity, I would want the best price possible. But if I'm also running a charity that has physical stores, I want people to go in there.
Yeah.
And if you've got a few higher brand items, that super dry hoodie that you got, amazing hoodie. What was it, £5-6?
£5, I think,
Yeah.
$4.99 or something. Yeah.
Amazing hoodie, really good value, really good brand, really good price. Should be 50 quid in the shop brand new. Picking it up for 10% of that, amazing. Really, 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 really wonderful. We will go back to that charity shop looking for other bargain items, picking up random t-shirts and other bits and pieces.
I'm just going to go check it.
All right, we will absolutely go back in there. There are other charity shops that we've been to, some of the bigger chain ones, where it's just tap. And that for us is just like, well, what's the point of going in here? I'm never going to find something that's interesting. That also paying £7 for a pair of Shein trousers that are $4.99 on their website. Don't get it. I know, right? Everyone's on a diet, so you get a lot of size 18 and above, or very small sizes, 8 or under. That's kind of true, yeah, I see that a lot. You can never find bigger charity shops in the sizes in the charity shops. Now you know why? Yeah, it's either eBay, other websites like Vinted and things like that, or because Doris, who's a size 23, who's a size 24, is nabbing all the big stuff. I'll wear that when it's bigger. I'll wear that when I lose weight. Sizes either way. I'm sure of it. The charity manager used to check the internet for the price of items. You see, that's perfectly fine. Price it below what eBay is selling it at by a couple of pounds. Absolutely no problem at all with that. But put it in your shop. Make it available in your shop. Why is it just people who shop online that get those items? Why can't you put a small bundle of Lego in your shop, so when I go in and I'm hunting for it, I find them? Or, like Rufus, a super dry hoodie, amazing. All the stuff in my sizes were supermarket brands. There was a couple of nice M&S bits I got, but apart from that, it was all supermarket or Shein, Temu type places. So my husband is currently semi-naked over here. You're going to see a full show now.
Does it fit me yet?
Oh God, it does. It does. Wow. It's a little bit close on your tum, but only a little bit. In fact, it isn't. Yeah, do your belt up, dear. You don't want your trousers falling down and flashing everybody on screen. Just there you go. Look. So this. Let me pull this out a second. Hang on. Here we go. There we go. This hoodie is a vintage, super dry hoodie. Absolutely lovely. Yeah. Really good quality. That fits you really well now.
Yeah.
You didn't think it would fit you in it. What size is it? A large?
It's a large, yeah. It's a large. It's a large one.
Oh, that colour really suits you as well.
Huh.
That looks really cool.
That's right,
yeah. That looks really cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Again, £5 in a charity shop, 50 quid hoodie. Amazing. Hi Lisa and Rufus, just got in. What have I missed? 2 hours of nonsense, lots of Lego talk, lots of motivational talk about the hour mark, so you might want to go back and watch that. It's very good. You're loving the matching eye patch and top. Yes, that is why I wore this one today, the eye patch. The other day I wore my purple eye patch with my purple hat. That was very good, my little...
I said I've only got this, I think,
one.
and one other jumper at the minute because I got rid of all my old stuff.
Yeah, because they were too big.
Too big for me.
I know.
And I thought, as I'm still downsizing, so I thought this
That
will
looks
do
really
for a
good
while.
on you.
This will do all right for a
Stop
while.
looking good for a while. That's really cool, and it looks almost new. That's amazing. I love this vintage style on the logo, where it's all like crinkly. It looks like it's old and aged. I love that. Oh, that's really cool. I think that colour really suits you. Do you know what? When you were in the shop, I was like, with your colouring, I'm not sure whether that sort of terracotta-y colour is a good option. But no, it looks really good. Looks good. I know. Spoilers.
Sure.
You're not sure. I really like it on you. What? In the chat, let us know what you think about that terracotta-y brick colour on Rufus. I really like it. I think it looked really good. Let me know in the chat whether it's something that you think maybe a different colour would be better, or if you liked that. Orange Rufus. Yeah, it is orange. Yeah, like a what's it called? Burnt sienna. I think that's what the colour was. Yeah. Let me know if you liked it on him. But that was both of us in our charity shop bargains that neither of us thought we'd get into.
Yeah.
Weird, isn't it? Weird.
But it is weird how you look at yourself, because when you look down, because your food goes into your stomach, obviously, and that's obviously your storage tank. So that's where all of that goes. So when you look down at your legs and wherever, you don't see yourself as losing tons of weight until like months and months later. You look at yourself and you're like, but these clothes now fit me. These
but
ones that I couldn't
also,
wear before now
how
fit
many
me.
times have you sat in the car and gone, oh, it's really weird. I've got loads of space between me and the steering wheel.
One day,
Where's that come
It was
from?
absolutely pouring with rain, and we got back to the car, and I had a carry bag. I said, and I sat there, sat in the car, put the bag straight on my lap, and went, oh, that's weird. I can't normally put a shopping bag of food right in front of my face, right sitting on my lap. Normally, my belly would have been not far from the steering wheel.
Well, when you were at your biggest, your belly was on the steering wheel, and that was your seat for as far back as you can go with your legs still touching.
And now, it's very weird. I sat there with this bag of full
You
bag
didn't drive
of
like that, though. Can I just
full
point out,
bag
you didn't
in front of
drive.
my lap after I got in the car, because it was absolutely pouring down.
Yeah.
And sitting there going, oh, that's weird.
It's just these small things, isn't it, that other people take for granted.
Yeah.
Look, Rufus, Julie says, Julie Cacciotolo says, brilliant buy, Rufus, colour is great, bargain, love it. Audrey, looks great. Shy Violet Deborah, Rufus looking good in orange. Audrey, keep it, Rufus. Kimberly down south, I love it. I think the colour was very flattering, a keeper. There you go. See, everyone likes it. You always take things to the charity shop. I think they go through the stuff to see what they can have. They do. They absolutely do. But they do have to buy it. Most charity shops have to buy it. And I kind of don't mind that, because if you're volunteering for 6-hour shifts working in retail, then having first dibs on something that comes into the shop, I don't mind that. As long as you're not a skanky reseller. If you are a skanky reseller who is just going, I worked in the charity shop and this mug I got for £1.50 and I've looked online and I can sell it for £29. If you're working in a charity shop, you should be pricing this not at £1.50. If it's worth £29 in on eBay, you should be selling it for maybe 20. So the charity shop gets a good price.
That's it.
You can walk into the store, me going, oh, I've seen that. It's 30 quid online. It's only 20 in here. I'll grab that. That's a good price. All of that, fantastic. Don't have a problem with that.
If you know what
Somebody
you're looking
going,
for, like I say,
I'm having that because I know. Oh, Doris, how much for that? $1.50 for it's just a mug. Just I can't see anything on the but just a mug. Just a mug. Oh, $1.50. Is that all right if I do that for you? Yeah, all right then. I've got this. I'll be on eBay in the morning. $29.99. I've seen that happen with people that worked in charity shops before.
I said some people do go into charity shops and find like
you were someone who worked in one, yeah.
You know, as I said, you do get people that will go around and know what they're looking for.
May I point you to this comment? Jane Thompson, who knows you extremely well, obviously says, that suits Rufus. Does he find it hard to accept compliments? Because Jane's son is the same way. Do you find it hard to accept compliments?
I think it's just that I haven't caught up with myself. I think I don't know.
Do you find it hard to accept compliments? The answer is yes. Because I will say to him something like, you look very handsome in that, or that really suits you, or you're looking really smart today. Oh, but, and then it will be, I haven't done my hair. Or, oh, but
yeah, it's just,
I've got this.
But I said
Oh, but I've got
but
that.
I said I realised over a long time is that I would every so often cut bits of my hair and do things because I would not want to go to the barbers or keep clipping my face hair off and leaving it really short, and then I'm going, well, I want to grow it a bit, and then, oh no, I don't want to do that because that just makes me feel weird.
But that's possibly linked in with the autism thing, isn't it?
Possibly, so it's just...
Rufus rocks orange. He does. Neil says, I've worked in a lot of charity shops. We all got first dibs. We would also take anything that wasn't shop worthy to save it from recycling. Yeah. Some items we knew it would sell better online. Yeah, absolutely. The thing I really like there, I know Neil extremely well. But I know that Neil would take, if something's going to be headed for the bin, if it's a weird and wonderful and it's a bit broken, Neil will repair it and make it work and do things like that. He's very good like that. You give loads to British Heart Foundation because your son had a heart attack last year. Wow. But he's doing really well now. Oh, I'm so glad to hear it, Janet. I was about to ask that question. I'm so glad to hear your son's doing well now. We tend to do that as well, don't we? We tend to, because St Gemma's Hospice was really helpful with Mum, we tend to put stuff...
That's normally the first place.
There
like
first.
Any really good stuff we'll take there.
Yeah, it's there or cancer research where ours end up going. Because obviously with my cancer, ongoing cancer issues, it's always... St Gemma's Hospice is a local charity in Leeds. It's a local hospice. Yeah. So I think, cancer research get money in people's wills. People run Race for Life and all these other sort of things. Yeah. Whereas your local hospices, your local charities, they tend to get a lot less. Obviously, they don't get nationwide funding, but they tend to get a lot less. So that's why anything of any value, especially at the moment where we're downsizing, there's stuff that I've held on to, sort of nerd culture, pop culture stuff, which I could go and sell at a car boot sale, but I know what's going to happen. It'll be, this mug, this is worth... I thought I had coffee in it then. I thought I was going to splash myself. This is worth £29 again online, so I'm going to sell it at the boot sale for £25.
But it's really good though, because you can't knock it over very
easily. No, that's why I got it,
it's...
because it's got a solid... The base is wider, like one of the mugs in Star Trek. Again, I know, right? I keep harping on about this stuff. But anyway, because it's got a wide base and narrow top, it's less easy to knock over. But... it's one of those things, I know if I was trying to sell this at a car boot sale, not this one, something that's worth £29 on eBay, and I was saying, I'll sell it to you for 20 quid, somebody would go, will you take 50p for it?
Read your tea leaves.
Is that what it says? Tarot cards and tea leaves, yeah. It was the witch casket one that I found in a charity shop. For £1, it isn't worth £29, but yeah, anyway... at a car boot sale, some of that stuff would sell at would you take £1? No, I'd rather that St Gemma's Hospice whack it up on eBay and get a tenner for a collectible figure that's worth maybe 20 that I would have paid 30 for. I'd rather that happen.
You can just get a special hat like that one.
I know, right? You do cancer as well because it's in your family. It's weird, isn't it? I think it's, for a lot of us, we are drawn to those organisations that we have a bit of personal contact with, but I don't think that's actually weird. I think it's human nature.
But I said even when we were growing up, I said it wasn't as common that you would, know normally someone that close to you that has had sort of some type of cancer, or whether it be skin cancer or something else. And I think now it's a lot
testing's
more common
a lot
these
better.
days, isn't it? A lot more common these days. That it's like people come down with viruses and various other things, but it's also very common now that somebody in your family or a friend or someone who's had some type of cancer.
Absolutely. And it's one of those things. I know that the testing is a lot more shit hot these days. It really is. Look at what Leanne's going through currently, the fat lass. Go and check out her channel. Go and check out the video. I think it's 4 videos back where she was talking about a little update and her own what she's going through.
I think the last few videos, because we looked on there to see if there was an update, and No,
Budapest.
Yeah, she's gone on a holiday, and I think there's like 3 videos or something from her holiday.
Because Benidorm is the same as
Yeah,
Budapest.
exactly,
Very, very similar places. They both begin with B.
But yeah, like I say, we're keeping an eye on and waiting for an update. But like I say, keeping everything
I've
crossed
sent her a
for
couple of messages.
Yeah.
We've been talking online. But yeah, it's one of those things that I think not only is it a lot more testing going on, but like, I don't know whether my mum ever spoke about the reason for her hysterectomy. It was only years later. And I know my nan, when she had her colostectomy, colonectomy, colostomy bag, that was because of colon cancer. But it was never, she never talked about it.
No.
It was just, oh, she's got a bag for, you know, she went through some stuff. And I think these days, I think some of the stigma has been removed from going through cancer, because it always used to feel a bit, oh, you've got cancer, oh, I don't want to go near you in case I catch it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Stupid things like that. Whereas I think these days people tend to be a bit more like, oh, this is what I'm going through, it's going to be okay, or this is what I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
Look at Kaza and the way she talks about her story online. Absolutely amazing. But I do think that it's something a lot of people they find not easy to talk about, but easier to talk about, because I think the survival rates are better.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there's a lot of pluses these days. I've always said, if you're ever going to have cancer, have it now. Don't have it 10 years ago. I know that sounds really weird, but the cancer treatment advances so much in every 5 to 10 years. There's so many more different treatments that come out, and obviously they then could filter down the pipeline and become more and more available. I'm going to go off on a whole waffle if I don't stop, but I'll stop talking.
But funny.
It's tough.
But even without that, I said it was an eye-opening thing where we went to the museum, and things that we went there and saw, you never would have thought, you know, oh wow, back in the, you know, in 1900s and early 1900s, they were still.
Why is my watch still doing that?
They were still removing limbs, like, with no anaesthetic and no, I don't know.
It's not even connected.
But yeah, people were still having, you know, oh, we've got to remove someone's limb because they're diabetic, and oh, you know, and just put that in your mouth and we're going to saw your leg off now.
They did.
And it's like no anaesthetic, no nothing, and you're like, what?
Bite down on this piece of wood.
It was definitely eye-opening, I'm telling you. It really just was.
I know, right?
And they even had things, like I say, there was a part where it was like, this was in the 1900s, this was the butchers, and this is how they would have prepared your meat and other things. And they actually...
Ow.
To make it as real as possible, they actually...
put smells
and various other things in there, and it just, it wasn't good. It was just, but yeah, very eye-opening, that place. And you can tell how much time has moved on since then.
We've got a whole video on it. Go and check it out. It's called "We Went to a Museum."
Yeah, it's very.
Audrey says this is absolutely true. Look, it was always kept behind closed doors.
Yeah.
You never knew that it was cancer that the person had.
Yeah.
I know, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't understand why that attitude was there. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's not like, you know, some people will say, oh, you know, the reason that, I don't know, think of an illness and think of a medical cause, like it's something to do with alcohol causes whatever, right? Or smoking causes whatever. Some people will say, you've done that to yourself, or it's because you did this. At the end of the day, no one knows why we get cancer. There's, you know, people have lived to their 80s and 90s cancer-free and smoke 40 fags a day. No one knows. People have died of liver problems and never had a drop of alcohol in their life. Other people have a tipple every 3 or 4 hours. No, maybe not. Other people have a tipple every day.
My dad has.
For their entire... Well,
my dad now drinks about a pint or so a day, maybe, but he doesn't have loads. But
or he might have a little shot of whiskey at night time or something.
Yeah, he's drank all of his life. Like I
Yeah,
said,
he's got no liver problems.
He's 81 now, so...
Yeah. He's got no liver problems. And yet you'll find someone else whose liver packs up and they've never touched a drop of alcohol in their lives.
No.
So this idea that, you know, there is a stigma around illness, I don't understand why cancer was one of those. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's different. If you're talking about something like syphilis, gonorrhea, whatever they used to be called back in the day, the clap, right? Whatever it was, that, you know, when you go, oh, this was Prince blah blah and he was the prince who always got, he was the syphilitic prince or something. You know, there's all these like stories about posh people and hobnobs and how they all used to get riddled because they all had mistresses and all of that. Like that I can understand there being a stigma about. You know,
what about when people used to get AIDS and things like that? All of that was all completely, like, you know, kept in the dark. A lot of people were, I think.
Yeah, that was the same thing.
Oh, you know, no one wanted to talk about it. It was all that was also kept behind. You know, it was like from the 80s and whatever, and it was like, you know, pop stars and people that, you know, didn't want people knowing what they'd been doing or, you know, their relationships with whoever stigma. And all of that. Yeah. All of it was, yeah.
Yeah, that stigma. And the thing is, it's one of those. You could live the most amazing, health conscious life, right? And you could never do anything that is risky in your health in any way, shape, or form. You could live on mung beans and cranberry juice your entire life, or whatever alternative healthy food is here. You could never touch alcohol, never smoke a cigarette, never have unprotected sex, never do any of these things your entire life, and your genetics could still cause you to have cancer, or liver function failure, or kidney failure, or blindness, or whatever. There's so many things.
Like no one else in your family might have had cancer, or you know, and it can just happen. It's just
a genetic trait, part of your DNA, part of your wiring.
Somewhere down the line, that's it, and just unlucky for some people. It's just
we will all know people that have slept around, for want of a better phrase, and never picked up anything. We will all know people that it was that one time and they got syphilis, gonorrhea, or we know, you know, someone who, I don't know, was, you know, they had that one, crossed the road against the traffic that one time and got knocked down, or whatever it can be. We all know people that they do that one thing
and that's it,
and then the repercussions happen, whereas someone else will cross the road in the same place 5 times a day, every day, not have a single issue. And it's just sometimes when it comes to health issues rather than accidents, when it comes to health issues, I don't understand why anybody is stigmatized for getting ill, regardless of what it is. Because no one's to blame. No one is to know what happens. And look, if you've been smoking for like loads of years, try and quit smoking. I wish I never smoked. I did. Once I started, it was incredibly hard to stop. It was only really when I'd stopped and then Mum died and my stress levels, I picked it back up again for a little while, and then I stopped, and then afterwards I got bladder cancer, and so that was then, okay, I'm never smoking again for as long as I live. And it's a bit like with the diabetes.
Because people say, if you smoke a lot, that can sometimes change things with your health and you can get cancers or...
Yeah, all sorts.
But I don't know how true that is, though. No one really knows, do we, really?
Oh, no, smoking 100% causes cancer. Absolutely 100% it does. And it's only a matter of time. But that doesn't mean that somebody who has smoked should be stigmatized for it. Because we all make decisions in life, and not always are those decisions in our own best interest.
No.
And certainly for me, with my diabetes, arguably, if I'd done something about this 15 years ago, I wouldn't be in the position I am now. The fact is that in the last 10 years, I have struggled to get control of my weight issues and my food issues and all of that. I've really, really struggled.
Do you think people struggle a lot more, though, when, like, you've gone from, you know, putting something else to your mouth which isn't food to trying to stop smoking, but then also people are like, well, what am I meant to do then? And they tend to eat more then, because you're not putting a cigarette or something to your mouth.
I think it's difficult, and I think there are... Hang on, I'm going to open a can because this is getting deep. I know, right?
Like,
2 hours in,
it
we're
like
still going.
That you do things on autopilot. You got so used to smoking for many years, and all of a sudden you're like, I really need to stop. But
Well, you've never smoked, have you?
no, but when something happens in your life that scares the hell out of you, sometimes it is enough to go, do you know what, I'm never smoking again.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden that can happen, and you can make that change, just, click of a finger. But yet, for years you've wanted to stop smoking, but yet you couldn't stop. And
I think it's because, like, there is an addiction element to smoking.
Yeah.
The nicotine, when you smoke cigarettes, nicotine has a part of the brain that is a nicotine receptor, basically, which for some reason we are wired with.
Yeah.
So when we inhale nicotine,
Yeah.
that little bit in the brain, that receptor activates, and it feels good.
Yeah.
Because that little part of your brain is getting what it needs.
Yeah.
So there is that element of it. There is a physical addiction. There is also the habitual addiction, where you are doing this.
Yeah.
Hand to mouth, hand to mouth.
Yeah.
And there's lots of reasons. They've done lots of studies into like that habitual hand to mouth addiction, and how when people stop smoking, they tend to then reach for sweets. Yeah. Because what you're doing in your brain is you're swapping the need for nicotine to sugar to get that same buzz. And it might not feel like a buzz, it might just feel like normality, because when you quit smoking, you're losing that nicotine receptor element. You can open it. Hang on, do you want me to... So you lose that nicotine receptor, but if you replace it with sugar, you're still getting that kind of high, that kind of buzz, and you're still getting your body flooded with those good feeling hormones. Yeah. So there is a very strong connection between the two. But fear is a massive motivator. Fear is something which literally we are hot-wired to deal with because of, as I say, the amygdala, because that's the way our brain works. We are hot-wired to, if we're scared of something, for it to cause us to react. And when it comes down to things like diagnoses, bad health, those fear issues, I think that is very real, and that becomes a very real reason for us to quit. And you can stop smoking like that.
Just like that.
You'll get withdrawal, you'll have all of those issues going on. But
it's a bit... If
your fear motivation is enough, you'll do it.
It's the same with losing weight.
It is.
If you have a scare because they're like, well, you need this surgery, and if you don't lose some weight, you're not going to have it, and this could, take your life because of it, then it's enough to make you want to stop eating certain things.
It is. It really is.
But that's why you need a big why, because if you don't, then...
That brings us all the way back to our whys, yeah.
That's it.
Absolutely. And I think for a lot of us, we lose focus on the why, and it becomes more about the surface level. Oh, I feel much better in this top, this, trousers, whatever it may be that you're buying.
And you're like, but I could be wearing that, but actually I'm wearing this because I couldn't get anything else, and nothing else will fit me.
But as you lose weight, you can kind of lose focus on, I'm doing this because of fear of not being there for the grandkids, fear of, not being able to wipe my own bottom, whatever it may be.
Do you think, though, you do get a really good feeling of, before it was like, oh yeah, I'm doing really well because actually I've gone down my first stone or so in my weight loss, but actually, wow, I'm not far, that I wear this, but actually that looks really nice item of clothing, yet it's it's something to work towards all the time. So every time like we've gone to the shop, okay, well, I like that. I can wear this one now, so this large top will fit me. But I've picked a medium t-shirt up, an Adidas one for like $3.99. Looks brand new, never been worn by looks of it. But yet I aim towards that and thinking, oh, do you know, I could never ever see myself wearing something like that because it, for me, in my mind, it looks too small for me. But yet I put it on and it does fit me just about. It's not a lot looser like some of my t-shirts, but it's something to work towards, and sometimes that's enough to just keep you focused to. It's like good feelings you get just from going, do you know, actually in a week or so I'll be in that, so I'm going to stick to what I'm doing because what I'm doing is working, and I'm going to be in that in another couple of weeks or so, and it'll fit me really, really well at that point. And that's partly what we do now, is we have little things, little targets in front of ourselves to help us on the way, so that, you know, we've got goals. We've got little set goals of, you know, I could be wearing those. Okay, well, these jeans no longer don't fit me. They're too big for me. Wow, I didn't realise I'd lost that much weight. And then, okay, those will go in the good pile. They look, you know, I haven't been wearing them that long. They go to St Gemma's, and obviously for cancer, to help cancer folk. And yeah, just these little things we do in our everyday life now, rather than spoiling ourselves with food and stuff, which we did all the time. We don't do those things anymore. We just buy it. You know, sometimes I'll buy some really lovely fruit, or occasionally I bought one, is it like an odd box or a tropical fruit box we bought online just to try some different fruits and different things. And now, like I say, we just treat ourselves with other things now rather than just being everything about food.
Yeah, sorry, the chat has frozen. So I'm just pulling it back up now. There we go.
But yeah, we do things like that rather than, so we have our little goals, and I think putting, you know, hooking the item that you're, you know, in the front of your wardrobe or on the front of your wardrobe if you're near it, and just to remind yourself all the time, even if every now and then you put it in the wash and hook it back up, it's just a reminder of where you want to get to next in your weight loss.
But also the thing behind that, the emotion behind it. How will you feel? What sense of achievement? What sense of confidence? What sense of pride? What sense of I did that will you feel when you get into that item of clothing? Not just, oh, I'll wear it and I'll look nice. What will you feel? Because again, let's link the emotions in a positive way. Let's work out how we can use our emotional states to our advantage, because I think that's really important.
And all in all, probably in about a stone from now, I will be nearly at half my body weight lost by then.
In total,
because I went from 29.5 stone to I'm now 15 stone 6 pound. 15 stone 6 pound. And I've lost 9 stone 5.5 pound.
On Slimming World, that's your current thing. But in actual fact,
that's bonkers, isn't it? But
you've lost 14 stone and more since you were at your biggest. Not 9 stone, because that would put you at 20. You've lost 14
I've still not got my head around the point of that I can go into most shops and go, oh, I can pick a size 36 jeans up now and go, oh, actually.
We're going to wrap up shortly because I need to go. Audrey says, what's for you won't go past you, as your granny used to say. Yeah. Where's Mr. Felix? He's currently out in the garden
he's
on
outside,
patrol.
Isn't he? Oh,
yeah. Just before we came in for here, he was on the shed. Do you know what he was doing on top of the shed roof? He was watching the birds going past. I think he was probably going, can I, is that a tablet? Can I pat them? But he was watching the birds. He was literally like this going, as the birds are flying from the roof.
We're yet to have him bring us a present.
I know, right? I don't want that. Thank you very much. When you get the really bad munchies, you have a baby's dummy that you use. That's ingenious. Hubby decided to stop smoking just like that over 10 years ago. Wow. When he felt like taking a cigarette, he pretended to inhale and exhale until the craving went away. That is awesome. That is awesome. That is a lot of people chew pens. Or they have like a cigarette holder.
Or gum.
You know, the things that, like they used to have in the olden days.
Chewing gum.
A cigarette holder. Chewing gum works for some people. It's just, that's amazing though that he quit smoking just like that. It took me
Just shows you, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Anyway, this has been a long rambling stream. Hopefully
it was a good kick up the bum for you all.
Or hopefully we just kept you company for a few hours while you were chilling out and making dinner or watching.
And if you're naughty, bend over now and go and kick
No, don't say that.
Kick you up the bum.
Don't say things like that. Somebody will crop it and take it out of context, and then you'll be cancelled on the internet. I know.
What's the internet?
Do a YouTuber apology now. Pretend you're wearing the grey hoodie and you're sat down in front of the sofa and it's all white in the background. Go on, do the YouTuber apology. Go on. I haven't got things on it, have I?
Well, I'm really sorry, everyone. I'm going to be accountable to nobody.
No. Come on. Let's do it properly.
I have to be accountable for all my sins. I don't know what they are because I have no idea what I just said.
No, I'll do it properly. Apologies if Rufus's words or actions have caused you any harm. He is going to take full accountability for what he has said.
Whatever that is.
And he's going to make it his life's mission to prove to you all that he's not the same person anymore. That's what they always say. Hang on, have you got a banjo?
But I'm especially not the same person because I'm wearing different jeans now.
And also you're like half the weight of what you were.
Yes.
Yeah.
That made sense. I'm very accountable.
Yes.
No idea what I meant.
Yes.
But yes, that sounds about right. I've heard Anne Boleyn talk about that.
Yes,
and
she
she's
says
always accountable for everything, but she doesn't know what it's for.
No, she doesn't know what it means. No. Anyway, we're going to go now. So thank you ever so much, everybody. Have you got your banjo? Toxic something tray. I can't remember what it was.
Now I've got a little violin. It's that small you can't see it.
I know, right? So then, when are we back? Tuesday. For Tuesday. We're cooking. Oh, Jesus.
I have got to make sure I put lots of celery in it so everybody can see you eat.
No, I'd rather eat the bamboo thing over there that's plastic made out of Lego. I would rather eat that. That looks a bit like celery to me with my dodgy eyesight. So I would rather eat that than eat bloody
You ain't eating that. It's
celery
£18
and
worth of my
jambalaya.
lovely plant. Make sure you look after it.
Making me eat jambalaya. Anyway, this
You
week's
picked it.
I didn't think anybody would go for it. This week's Tuesday options are going up online today. Sorry, I meant to do it earlier. I completely forgot this week. Thank you, Audrey. A nice bit of nonsense. I know, right? We like a nice bit of nonsense. You're gonna go and have your beetroot burgers. We've got beetroot burgers for tea as well. We're beetroot burger buddies.
Yeah. But I didn't know that you can get the beetroot ones with chickpeas.
I know we haven't found those yet in Lidl. We were going to go to a bigger Lidl, weren't we? Go and have a look.
I said, I don't know whether, is it Laura or Kath's watching, but if you is, then I'm still curious as to what those were. Were they beetroot and chickpea burgers?
Burgers.
But I've not seen them yet. So I say I kept thinking it was the other burgers that we get, that they were like 3 swips each, but they're only one. And I've been still scanning them, and there's still one, so I was like confused.
Can I just say?
And were the beetroot burger ones the other ones? Were they in the fridge or in the freezer?
Yeah.
That's what I do want to know.
Okay. Can I just say I've been betrayed?
Have you?
Yes.
By the celery?
No. I've been betrayed by my oldest, bestest friend in the whole wide world. My brother has betrayed me.
Your brother from another mother.
I'm actually quite serious. I'm deeply hurt by this. He has betrayed me in a way that nobody has betrayed me before. Neil voted for the celery one. Even though the other one appealed to you more, he voted for the celery. This is like celebrity jungle thing.
That's because
where they make
all
them
of
eat
these folk
kangaroo
on here
bollocks.
are celery lovers.
Neil voted for celery.
They are all secret celery lovers. That's why.
You do realise I'm going to have a sick bucket on standby on Tuesday just for the smell of it being chopped up, let alone eating it. And I'm not even joking.
Well, because they all want to see you taste the celery.
Taste the rainbow. See the rainbow.
Taste the celery.
Vom the rainbow. Yeah, something like that. What can I have that is going to take away the
Celery.
taste? No, beforehand. What can I do to kill off my taste buds? Years ago,
Hold your nose.
It would have been
Hold your
tequila.
nose. Hold your nose. You can't taste
No.
nothing then.
There must be something that I can swill around my mouth. Some hot chili sauce or something that will burn off my taste buds so I don't taste the chili. There must be something. Maybe I can go to the doctor and get an injection of a thing. I said celery so much you felt you were being brainwashed to pick that one. You're smarter than that. That wouldn't affect you in that way, Neil. Eat garlic or grapefruit. Right.
Is it?
Garlic grapefruit sandwich then. That's a piece of grapefruit in between 2 garlic cloves. That'll do. That'll do it. Anyway, I will see you on Tuesday.
Has it got garlic in it then?
No. It hasn't got grapefruit in it either. In fact, it hasn't got celery in it really. I just lied and made it up. It wasn't in the picture or in the recipe section.
No, I thought it looked like bugs.
It did look like bugs. I would rather eat the caterpillars
The little curly
from
caterpillars.
Celebrity Australian Jungle Thing. I would
Yeah.
rather eat those witchetty grubs and dirt
Or some bowls, yes.
than eat the celery.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or some
Thank you very
eyeballs
much.
or something.
Yep. Anything would be
Where
better
they
than
pop
celery.
in your mouth, yeah.
That would be better than celery. Anyway, we're going to go now on that bombshell. I'd completely forgotten you're torturing me on Tuesday. I know, right?
You picked it.
Never doing that, making that mistake again.
You wanted it.
No, didn't want it. Never mind.
You
Join us
have
on
to
Tuesday, everybody,
You
where
have
we're
to
doing
forget that when you pick it, you have to eat it.
I did forget that bit because I thought that we wouldn't be doing it. Because I thought, anyway, it doesn't matter. We will be cooking on Tuesday.
I shall be cooking on Tuesday.
A lovely jambalaya, which is
Celery.
amazing. But this one does have celery
But
in
if
it.
anybody out there doesn't like celery as much, you can peel the stringy bits off the outside before you cook it.
Or not put it in. That is an option. It doesn't have to include celery.
But we've got to do it as the recipe says.
Bye, everyone.
Make sure you season it afterwards. At the end.
I wonder how much salt I can put in so I don't taste the celery without it.
Oh no, that would
causing
just
my body to
enhance
shut
the
down.
celery if you put salt.
Oh, God. Anyway, we'll see you on
Yes.
Tuesday, everyone.
You will.
In theory, Manjaro Monday will be up tomorrow. We've done a double episode because it was
We
easier than
did.
editing. So we will see you all very soon. And as we always say, be happy, be healthy. Thanks for joining us. Be authentic.
And we'll see you next time.
We absolutely will.
See you Tuesday.
Take care, everyone. I know. Torture Tuesday. That's its new name.
Celery
Bye.
Tuesday. Celery
Ugh.
Tuesday.